Alright, so, we just met the team, and now, we are being, we're at this arcade, Good Clean Fun, which is a pizzeria, a laundromat, and an arcade. And we met our new team, a bunch of very interesting people, and on top of that, after we kind of practiced our game, we had my rivals team come in. So now we gotta kind of... Yeah. Now we gotta kind of deal with that. So let's go help some people out. Off to one side in the laundry zone, I spot a small gathering. Rhapsody and Zapper, as well as the P2W metagame brainiac called Coda. Weren't you a member of P2W for like a very short time? Or no, this is... Sorry. Guess you only stay up on the metagame when you actually had a good team. Everybody knows Tomokaze is headed for Nerf City. It's patiently obvious. She's way too flexible, which makes her too powerful. Nearly every major FOD2 team runs at least one, if not several Tomokaze specialists, making the meta so predictable it hurts. Once they nerf her, she'll be as good as gone from the game.
A viable tactic.
There's always going to be a place for a middle-of-the-road character like Tomokaze. She's a solid pick. Individually, she's not that powerful, but paired is where her true shine plays. Her power shines. She's easy for new players to pick up and play.
I just don't see that working out.
So no, I don't think they will change her dramatically anytime soon. Who cares about noobs? FOD2 needs to retain the core player base and satisfy the demand of the players. The competitive scene can't grow with such an obviously main pick at the heart of the meta game. Tomokaze has to go. You're a fool for not seeing that. A flunked out fool. What is wrong exactly? Oh, thank RNGesus, it's Paladin. Talk some sense into these two, okay?
This sucks.
All this metagame yammering is boring. Boring and pointless. It's like a comment section brought to life. Who cares what characters are in or out of the game, who gets buffed or nerfed? Who cares what the future of the game may be? Just play the dang game and we've actually got, and have fun with it. Fun? I'm play to win, not an elementary school computer club. You can't win without a plan, and Tomokaze wrecks every plan we have. She's literally easy mode. You can't just remove Tomokaze. Think of how that will impact the game. All we'll have are characters that are too difficult to learn, which will drive new players away. And new players grow with the competitive scene, not character removal. Whatever, fool. All this theory crafting is making my brain leak out of my ears. All I hear is slosh, slosh, slosh. Ah, so it's a debate about FOD2 nerd stuff. Still, if I can step in and close this down, that's one less flashpoint of conflict going down in our arcade. I'm gonna side with Zapper. I gotta agree with Zapper there. Armchair quarterbacking is kinda pointless, you know? Leads you to spend more time yelling on the forums than actually playing. It's not like we can predict what changes the developers will make in the end. You could be wasting your time planning for a future that'll never come. Exactly. We plan? God laughs. You can theorycraft all you want, but in the middle of a match, you just do whatever works. Tomokaze or no Tomokaze? What, so you go into a fight with no build in mind at all? Not even an item purchase list for dojo power-ups? Okay, I didn't mean to take it that far. I still go into each match with the game plan. That's just that I'm willing to bend that plan as needed. A game plan? Come on now. You take notes and keep 3-ring binders too? Hey, I like keeping my options open and changing to meet the needs of the player, but I'm not diving in completely unprepared. I hit a middle ground. A good point. Striking a balance is a valid approach, and Tomokaze is great at striking that balance. She's too balanced. She's too powerful. Ugh, you know what I mean. You can go on and on about flexibility all you want, but with this low skill floor character in the mix, you'll get mauled by noobs every time. Are you seriously saying that you could get whooped by a total newbie just because they use Tomokaze? Wow, you must really suck to have such little faith in your own skills. That's kinda sad, my dude. That's not what I meant. Oh, forget it. There's no talking to, pathetic fanboy. Whoa, look who you're talking to, person. Last I checked, there's a boy, a girl, and a non-binary person. When FOD crashes and burns, mark my words, I'll have told you this would happen. Consider him marked. Zapper gives him the old finger guns before Coda stomps away in a huff. For someone who's supposed to be the brains in PW, he didn't have much critical thinking. Maybe next time it'll be a real debate instead of tossing insults. I'm going back to watching the stream.
Aw, yeah.
See? That's why I like having you around. You shake things up. We really need that if we're ever gonna break out the stagnation. Call me Sir Mix-a-Lot because I mix things up nice and smooth. I also like big butts and I cannot lie. Hey, who doesn't like big butts? Big butts rule.
Seriously, thanks.
We need another wild card in the mix. I think we'll get along just dandy.
Later.
I'm out. Later. Okay. Where am I going next? Alright, let's see this. Oh, hey, the thing's actually working now. On the far side of Good Clean Fun, Grace is demoing her indie RPG on that fancy homebrew handheld game console. Sort of. Wow, this game's easy as hell. Slice, dice, 200 XP. That old guy didn't even put up a fight.
What?
That's a shepherd, not a fighter at all. Blitz, please. You're not supposed to be killing the villager NPCs. I don't see why not. They packed with tons of XP. I've leveled up 3 times in 5 minutes, cutting my way down through this town. They have XP because they have levels and crafting skills, not because they're meant to be murdered. You know what to say. XP is XP, and they're good XP. Ha! Look at all that blood spray. So much for the laundry when you're carrying, lady. Gonna need to put a stain treatment on that blanket.
Oh no.
You killed the town weaver. She loved music and quilting and... So what's this game called? Wandering Trial or something? Where's the big bad at the end? I want to skip to the end. Run, stupid villagers. I've got an axe and got heads, and I'm gonna use one on the other. Please, don't... Just give me that game back. What was that? Speak up. Can't hear you over all these digital screams and stuff. Give it back, please, if you don't mind. You're playing it wrong. Hey, come on. You'll never grow as a game developer without feedback. Don't want me to test this thing? Not enough game developers listening to the gamers, you know? They hide and ignore us, or ban us from their forums, or... Are you afraid of free speech? No, it's not that. It's just okay, I guess. Puzzled at how this even happened, I try to catch Grace's attention as she mouths, "Help me," my way briefly, unable to even raise her voice, so wrecked with nerves and anxiety. And I barely noticed Loxley sliding up next to me. I have no idea how one has managed to lurk in the shadows of a brightly lit pizzeria, but he's done it.
Unacceptable!
That's such a ruffian should harass our fair Grace like this. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Something must be done. Fortunately, he's talking quietly enough that the ruffian himself doesn't hear us. Plus, that little speaker is loudly squealing with the screams of innocent. Can't we just get Ben and Matt to kick these P2W jokers out? It's a private business establishment. Management reserves the right to refuse service, yada yada. We could, but alas. They seem to be a bit distracted by more pressing and dire matters. Huh? I look around for Ben and Matt, owner of the privately owned business establishment and resident authority figures. What the heck? Who are too busy dealing with a couple of washing machines spewing out rich, creamy soap all over the floor.
I'd call this a mess, but it's sort of the elemental opposite of messy.
Maybe we could throw a foam party and call it a new selling point.
No, the task falls on us, I'm afraid. As our friends and allies, we are honor-bound. And I suggest this be executed in subtle manner, lest mere tensions turn to troubles.
A bold move.
I propose shenanigans. If you can distract this brute in a way that makes him drop the game, I will promptly retrieve it. You want him to drop Grace's custom homemade game console? I have faith in my agility. I can save it from impact with the floor, and this act would break his attention away from it. Albeit, if you have a better stratagem in mind, I'm all ears, but we should act swiftly and decisively. What do you propose? Yeah, we're gonna go peaceful because I don't want to break our console. We escalate the situation while Team PDW is here in force. It could get ugly, so let's not cause a scene. I'm going to talk Blitz down. Are you serious? I doubt that thick-head Chandler buffoon is in the mood for honest discourse. Grace would want us to at least try, and if you've faith in your agility, I've faith in my charisma. Trust me. I see. As you wish. He bows out, allowing me to step up and confront the jock. Hey, Blitz. Enjoying the Wanderlust Trail? Huh? Oh, it's you. Hunter's loser pal. What do you want? I'm busy here. Enjoying the game, huh? It's okay. Kind of retro in graphics department. The blood spray is really half-baked. And it's too easy to kill people. There's no challenge at all. Look, I'm level 6 already and haven't even left this town. I'm just playing until I get to the fun part. Until then, I guess it's just whack, whack, whack to make the numbers go up, I guess. Let's try using a metaphor this guy will probably understand. Sports ball. Grace is right, though. You're playing it wrong. Excuse me? Look, the point of the game is engaging with the challenge it prevents. You aren't going to do that. It's like bringing a katana to a football game. If you carve your way through the defense in a literal sense, you'll score a touchdown. But it's not like you really won. Are you dense or something? There are no swords in football. Exactly. And in Grace's game, you're not supposed to kill the villagers. They're there to help you out in other ways. So why allow me to kill them at all? Make it against the rules. I like a game where the rules reinforce the theme, you know? It's supposed to be all happy hippie cooperative stuff. Don't let me kill the hippies. Yeah, okay. I guess I was playing it wrong, but in my defense, the game let me play it wrong. Thank you. We value your playtest experience, and now that it's done, we've heard your valuable feedback. How about you be a gentleman and give the lady back her game, like she asked you to do? Repeatedly. He looks a bit reluctant, but I backed him into the same social pressure he put Grace in. Given he only knows me as Hunter's loser pal, he's not inclined to take me seriously, but with a shrug, gives up the game, handing it back to Grace. Yeah, whatever. Was getting boring anyway. I'm gonna go see if there's actually any decent pizza in this crap hole. Satisfied, he walks away to find something else to distract himself with. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! She cuddles her game as if it were a newborn baby, needing to be soothed from a crying tantrum and getting its first shots. It'll be okay, it'll be okay. I'll restore the database, bring everybody back to life, and maybe put in safeguards to keep that from happening again. I didn't think anything would be cruel enough to just kill defenseless people. Why would anyone want to hurt those people? The world can be a cruel place, Miss Cooper. A cruel place indeed.
Have my thanks.
You have my gratitude, Pally. Good show. With that, he slips back into shadow, sensing he's no longer needed to watch over Grace.
Thank you so much.
I owe you this, Pally. Thank you so much. I shouldn't have let him play the game at all, but when he asked me what I did for a living, and I just said I designed games and he wanted to play, I just... I didn't want to make a fuss, I guess. He's not exactly my target audience, but I feel like I'd be close-minded not to let him play a bit. And then things got messy.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm just no good at confrontations at all. Hey, if you ever want me to defend the land of the Wanderlust Trail from the inside, just zap me in the system and I'll fight for the users. Tron reference. Of course, you need that kind of equipment that only exists in... Hey! We're not talking bad about Tron! Right. Only exists in bad sci-fi. I was hoping to cut the tension with a bit of a joke. Why did she suddenly look concerned? But she shakes it off quickly enough. Anyway, it's good to know that someone's willing to defend me in awful situations like those, that I have a friend I can rely on. That's why I like Team GCF. I feel safe here. I feel safe and loved, in a lot of ways. And I know you and I just met, but it's always nice to have a new friend. Okay, I've got to reset my server and put everything back the way it was before that sawdust touched my precious game world. Thanks again for your help. And lo, the land is saved from the terrible beast ransacking its people. The end. Okay, where am I going next? Alright, so I've got one more thing that I can do. I can talk to my rival, or I can talk to Jinx and Domino, or help out my friends. What do you guys think? Let's go with the power of friendship. Over on the far side of the arcade, I spot Jinx loitering near her beloved Fast Car 7 game, shifting from foot to foot, legs clearly getting tired quickly. As for why she isn't comfortable seated behind the wheel and blasting around the corners at unsafe speeds, well... One of Team P2W players is sitting in her seat, lazily cruising through the turns with one perfectly manicured hand on the wheel. In fact, when I walk up to chat with Jinx, the P2Wers is actually the one to greet me first. Sorry, no autograph right now. I'm totally killing it at this game. I was not planning to ask for one, no. Ah, great. I appreciate that, you know. So many of my adoring fans just won't give me any space or privacy. It's always, oh, I love your streams, Divine, or can I have a hug, Divine, or will you sign my leg, Divine? Ugh, people can be so gross. Nobody here wants their leg autographed. Look, I scheduled an online game with a friend coming up soon, so you want to wrap up your race so I can get a turn? Aw, sorry. Arcade rules, honey. Winner stays on, and I am winning.
Come on.
Only because I modded the game to have weak AI, so I can focus on improving my time trials. And you're in my seat. Don't see your name on it, honey. Perfectly good seat right next to this one, too. See? Plan that one. You're in the only one with hand controls. I literally can't use the others. Yeah, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Not my fault, you're... Wow! Okay, pardon my French, but what a bitch. Uh-oh. Jinx's eyelid just started twitching, and I think she's biting her hand lip hard enough to draw blood. Look, be a darling and fetch me some water or something, okay? I'll be here for some time. Jinx's grip on her walking cane tightens to the point where I swear I can hear bones creak, but oddly, she backs down. Damn it. I drop to whisper, low enough not to be heard over the digital revs of a digital engine. Can you just kick her off? It's your game. You've got priority. Want to, believe me, but that's not how the arcades work. Winner stays on, other quarter up and wait. Besides, Ben and Matt own the game, not me. And they're busy fighting with the washing machines. Okay. I could beat her. I nearly jump when the wallflower makes his presence felt. I'll race against her, and I don't need hand controls. I can use the second player seat. If I beat her, she can stay on the game. Since when are you a racer?
This can't possibly end badly.
I'm a survivor. I'm pretty sure keeping a ton of virtual metal from flying over the guardrail of a mountain pass is a lot like playing a shmup.
I'm not sure about that.
Don't know. It's a long shot. Or we could just convince her to bail. Don't ask me how, other than breaking her legs, which is where I'd want to start personally. We don't play it cool. We risk making the situation with all these P2W toadies more violent than it already is. Not worry. My race against Naomi will just have— Naomi! She's pretty busy, but I can reschedule for later. It's the adult thing to do. Don't selfishly boot a player off your favorite game. Just adapt your own plans and move on. But whoever said I was an adult? I want to support Team GCF, my new friends. How do we make this happen? Screw this, I'll just unplug the game. Alright, let's see. Really, I want to tell her off. Do we shame Miss Celebrity Streamer, or do we let Jinx handle it, or do we let Domino? Honestly, I think I want to go with Jinx because I do not appreciate what the streamer said, because that was just not cool. So what do you guys think?
Shame on you, Lord Michael. Shame on you.
I will take that as your answer. Celebrity can be a double-edged sword. If this Divine values her image enough, maybe we can turn her attitude against her. Jinx, permission to do something sketchy? To spotlight and shame her for what she just said?
Let's do this.
My knees are bleeping killing me, so yeah. Make like Exodia and obliterate her. Yu-Gi-Oh reference. People are hogging resources sets aside for the disabled are going to the special hell, and I make the travel arrangements. Okay, but you sure you're okay with me playing advocate for you? You seem more like a self-advocate sort of person. Let's say I'm curious how you're going to swing this, so I'm probably going to step back just this once. Besides, I'd probably lay into her like the fist of an angry god. Fisting sounds counterproductive. Good luck, Pally. Phrasing, man. I walk back over to Fast Car 7, slide my phone into my palm, but hand turned away to hide it for the time being. Hey, excuse me! Where's my water bottle? Racing is thirsty work. Just wanted to confirm something with you. Did you seriously just tell my friend it's not my problem you're defective? Did I stutter? Ugh, these laundromat plebs, I swear. Just making sure. Okay. I whipped my phone up, opening apps for all the random social media websites I kept signing up for. How do you spell Divine? 2 I's? Or is there a Y somewhere in there? What? Hey, you can't post that! Why? You confirmed that you said it, and once everyone finds out you're ableist, have fun keeping your contract. I said nothing of the sort. You can't prove that. Iris? You're keeping an open microphone rolling, right? Mind spinning that back for me? Sure thing, Pally. And what do you know? My pocket privacy violation echoes Divine's own words back at her while I prepare my post. Yeah, that sounds like a you problem. Not me problem. Not my fault you're defective. So to make sure I'm tagging this one right, you're at Divine P2W on Twitter, the Divine one on Facewall, and Divine was taken on Pixtagrammer, right? You can't do this to me. I won't let you. Calm down. I'm not actually going to post it, provided you step away from the game. All I want for my friend is to be able to play her game. That's it. Cooperate, and I'll delete the recording. Promise. She eyes me suspiciously, doubting my intentions. It's a heavy-handed sort of pressure, yeah, but I'm honest about it. I want to hear your Iris say she'll delete it. Well, all done. I can't even remember what it was I supposedly deleted, and I didn't make a backup. Suppose I'll have to take your silly app at her word. Fine. Have it your way, pleb. She sneers at me before climbing out of the driver's seat and marching away. Huh. Clever move. I can see my work here is done. You didn't do anything. Domino mimics swooshing a cape and fluttering away.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Personal responsibility is kind of my thing. Admit to your mistakes, make amends for it. Forcing her to face the music feels good. Plus, now I don't have to get arrested again for assault. Right. Right. What? Wait, again? Something of a temper. I was very hot-headed, very impulsive in my wild years. Slowed down a bit now, but sometimes it bubbles up. Like when someone disrespects your disability. Got it in one. Honestly, most of the time it's just people making mistakes because they normally don't have to even think about it. I can understand that. Don't usually run into someone who's actively a hater. When I do, though, the old urge to step up is strong. Fortunately, you stepped up for me. Don't normally approve of someone playing savior like Lockley does, but in this case, I'll take it. Plus, I did ask for your help. No shame in asking for help. Took me time to learn that one. Jinx shifts her cane from hand to hand, leaning heavily on it.
See you later.
Okay, show's over. Drift Queen's got to school a retro geek on the how to drive, and I really need to sit down. Gotcha. Happy to help out. Call me if she bugs you again. Deal. I leave Jinx and Domino to see what else I can help with. It's getting late. How long are we going to have to deal with Team P2W squatting in our clubhouse anyway? Fortunately, things stay quiet for a few minutes. I needed time for a breather anyway. I can't believe this is the team I wanted to join this morning. Makes sense. P2W are the top of the esports mountain. But wow, are they awful people. Beep beep. Pally, I'm detecting a buildup of social tension. Please follow the indicator on your map. Oh great, now what? Over in the arcade, around FOD2 machine itself, PW squares off against GCF, both sides finally having enough of this mess. Don't even know why we came to this pathetic little arcade in the first place.
Kidding me?
Just a prissy little celebutante loser who thinks her follower count is a metric of awesomeness. Bunch of little fragile snowflake. Can't even take a
Seriously?
complete waste of time acting all high and mighty when you're... Simply don't understand the game. It's meant to be played with that attitude. You will never... I was just trying to explain how I felt. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to... Leave Grace alone, you bleeping loser. Is all of this really necessary? Can we just drop it? Okay, this is getting ridiculous. But I know how to solve it. Or at least refocus all of this aggression into something else. People! This isn't helping anything! Look, we all have Fists of Discomfort too, right? So let's focus our energies there. We'll have a friendly match and then everybody goes home. Okay? Enough finding IRL. We compete honestly as gamers and then agree to go our separate ways. Fine. I'm done dealing with this crapple arcade anyway. One match for bragging rights and we're done here. Hunter steps forward for the rest of the PW, welcoming the competition. Kota will join me against you and one of your teammates. Fair? We'll see which team rules and which team drools once and for all. I wasn't on raising emotional stakes of this fight, but that old urge to win, to prove myself, it's rising. A win over Team P2W would do a lot for morale. It'd do a lot for our image. It could be the springboard we need into our future. Agreed, let's do this. I ignore Kota's snickering guffaws as I pull out my keyboard again, jamming the USB plug into the game. I have to stay focused. Hunter confidently steps up to the built-in joystick, while Kota digs out the portable biofeedback USB joystick, while plugging in the fancy blue controller. All three of us ready to go. But we need a fourth, a partner I can rely on. 2 versus 2, that's the rule of FOD2. Who do I want to call upon for this decisive fight? Alright, so last time we called in Zapper. Who should we call in this time? I'm kind of thinking, no, not Rhapsody, not Jinx. I'm actually thinking Grace. No. Hang on. No, Rhapsody, actually. I'm thinking, yeah. Rhapsody, ready to step into the spotlight? To put Team P2W in their place? I'll gladly grin and bear it for one big fight, sure. Let's teach them a lesson. Oh, wow. Grace is my top person. All of us step up to FOD ready to kick some ass, the 4 of us. And that's when I realized my folly. Hunter knows all my moves, I know all their moves too, but this is basically a coin toss. And nobody likes 50-50 odds when we can do better. If I start out in the same lane as Hunter, leaving Rhapsody to tangle with Kota, this could go badly. So, I switch positions, whispering to Rhapsody as the game loads, and the match begins. You take on Hunter. They like to use specials early, and attack in late game. And Kota focuses entirely on defense, so I'll try to counter with specials. Got it? A brief nod of understanding from Rhapsody, and Team P2W versus Team GCF begins. Win or lose, I give it my all. Even if I really, really want to win this fight, I have to focus on the fight and the fight alone, for the sake of my dreams. Also, Ari, what is the Sailor Moon meme you were speaking of?
Fight.
Ah.
Could have been worse.
Oops, I did the wrong thing.
Could have been worse.
Gosh darn it.
That's what I'm talking about.
You win.
Alright, we won!
I want more than just this win, but I'll take it for now.
We won? We won! We won a match over the best team in the nation! All those old instincts came rushing in the thrill and satisfaction of victory. Beating P2W feels good. Feels damn good. Good game, well played. Hope you all learned something important today. That was a close one, Pally. Had my heart pounding. See? My hands are still shaking. Love that rush. Gotta admit, that was a lot of fun, just like the old days when we'd run into each other on ladder, huh? But Koda's a bit less sported about the loss. I call hacks. They have to be cheating. No way a bunch of laundromat losers could beat us. Koda, you really need to learn to accept loss. You can't win all the time. How you react to losses says a lot about you as a person. A lesson I'm still working on myself. Even if today's victory means pushing that lesson down the road to another day. I want a rematch. I demand a rematch. Best of 3. Only way to prove that wasn't a fluke. Because it was a fluke. They're all cheaters. Really? I saw a clean victory. And now, the whole internet has seen it as well. Loxley holds up his phone, playing a video he'd been secretly taking of the whole match of P2W's humiliating loss and Koda ranting. Bit clickbaity, but I opted to title it, Why Only Team P2W Crybait Utterly Schooled by Local Laundromat Underdogs. Lovely, isn't it? Now, the whole world knows your pedestal isn't quite so out of reach. You little... I'm about to rely when I cut off. I figure who'd been lurking in the background this whole time making her presence felt. Whoa. The coach for Team P2W, Victoria Proud, formerly the esports star player, Valkyrie. I'd seen her come in with the team, but she hadn't talked to anyone since arriving. Quietly like death, only watching and waiting. Now she glowers at Koda and Hunter, extremely unhappy with the results, her frowning causing Koda to shift nervously. Coach, I just meant that. She holds a finger to her lips, silencing him. Then, in a turn of eeny, meeny, miny, mo between her two players, her finger evenly lingers on Koda.
Koda, you're fired.
Oof. What? But this whole mess is thanks to Hunter. They wanted to come here in the first place. Her eyes narrow at Koda's complications, which stops mid-sentence.
Stop passing the blame. Not only do you look childish, but you've made the whole team look bad. And I won't stand for that.
She sighs grudgingly, while crossing her arms. She's by no means thrilled.
Not only are you fired, your non-compete clause means you're not joining any other teams.
Oof.
Not that they would have you, especially not after I tell them you're blacklisted.
Oof.
Be happy I'm not doing anything else.
Koda stands there in total disbelief as the other members of the team edge away from him, as if he suddenly caught a very communicable and very nasty disease. Defeated, Koda slinks away to a corner of the arcade. With Koda out of the picture, the coach redirects her attention to me. I gulp, and hopefully not too audibly.
As for you, congratulations on your victory. Clearly you've earned it. But I wouldn't spend all night celebrating. You haven't won some grand war. You're an impressive challenger, no doubt, but take my advice and be content with what you have.
She nods, and I'm confused. Did you just give me a nod of respect? She twirls her finger in the air, and the rest of Team P2W follows her out. Even Koda, who's trailing at a safe distance. We won. We beat the best team in the nation simply by being who we are, by working together. If we can accomplish this, we can avoid becoming a group of jerks like Team PW. This could be the start of something great. Maybe Iris is right. Maybe through Team GCF, I can find victory and be at peace with myself. In that moment, I also see all of their eyes on me, hope restored, and a newly found yearning in their gaze. Maybe if I'm true to myself, to who I am as a person, well, maybe I could reach them. If I could just convince Team GCF of that. This is an identity indicate. This is an intense identity situation. You can only pick a response that matches your top 2 personality traits. Know what I see when I look at Team GCF? Only the finest rubber monsters to ever step on Tokyo. You're walking monster gods. I mean, did you somehow miss that we just whooped Team PW's ass? What team of so-called casuals can manage that? I say we ride this wave straight into FOT2 Pro Tour itself. This is the time. If we strike out now, how far can we get? Who knows? Let's find out. It's true. Casters will be talking about the incident with P2W for some time. If we want to make bank off this, we need to act fast. Oh, you know I'm ready to go. Just say the word and I'll be off like a bullet. You know what? This is chaos, but it's my kind of chaos. I'd love to see where it goes, too. I'm in. Not sure I want to ride the fame on the back of a clickbait video, but I suppose it couldn't hurt to try. Okay. Well, if Jinx is interested, I'll go along with it too. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually win some matches. And where Grace goes, I shall follow, to the very gates of hell itself. Jinx grinds her teeth a bit at that, guessing she doesn't particularly like Loxley's night complex concerning Grace. It's happening. My dream of victory. I found the team willing to go all the way. I've done it. Iris was right. This is where I need to be. Hold it. One thing to make absolutely clear. You want to whip this team into something resembling a competitive professional esports crew? Yes? That's what I said. Okay. Then you are the one responsible for making that happen. You are our new manager. What? Never had one, never needed one. Not until now.
Sounds good here.
You want us to take this seriously? We'll need someone who can network, shake hands, make deals, sign paperwork, make travel arrangements, find sponsors. And since you're so gung-ho about this, that means it's you.
Of course.
Yes, of course. It makes sense. I'm sure you could do a great job as team manager. Maybe you can even find a better name for us than Team GCF.
This can't possibly end badly.
Oh, goody. We have a professional cat herder now. Have fun trying to keep this merry bunch on task, Pally. The sooner eat glass than take on that job. But I say we don't give Pally absolute authority. You saw how that creep who runs P2W just up and fired Coda? None of that. You don't get to access or hire anyone new.
As you wish.
Now, I'm sure we could turn to Pally for leadership without him becoming a tyrant. After all, Sic Semper Tyrannis, yes? I think that was a threat. Yeah, that was a threat.
Sounds good to me.
Just a word of advice for someone who's been inside and along of esports for years. It's a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work with barely any thanks or praise. And if anyone has a whisper of negativity, you get the full brunt of it. But overall, you'll do great. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do. 3 cheers for Manager Pally. Cheer, cheer, cheer. I'm getting excited about this. A Pro Tour run? Can we really do it? Wow. With someone else doing all this paperwork and heavy business, Lifty, I'm perfectly okay with this. Friends, to the pizzeria! For only the finest and celebratory deep dish pies! Everyone storms Ben and Matt's pizzeria, intends on scarfing down pepperoni and mozzarella by the pound. And I do not. Instead, I step out into the cool, if not entirely refreshing air outside the building. The sun's gone down and the neon metropolis welcomes me with open arms.
Beep, beep.
Beep beep, Pally. Yes, Iris, what's up? My GPS indicates you've left the laundromat. Shouldn't you be celebrating with your new friends? This is what you wanted, yes? A team willing to try for victory you've been dreaming of? A team who can help you understand your motivation behind that dream as well? It's a perfect match. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I asked you for. That's what I got. It's just, how do I put this? Iris, I set foot in there as a total stranger. Hell, I'm still a stranger. I could be an axe murderer for all they know. I wasn't detecting any psychopathic tendencies from your social media feeds. My point is that they've upgraded me from nobody to BFF in a pretty short amount of time, and that's worrying to say the least. Have you ever considered that the reason for your rapid ascent is because that this is something they've been needing for a long time? Pally, there's another reason why I led you here. Led you to them. They need someone who can unify them, give them a common cause. Without that, I'm afraid they might grow distant and lose their friendships. The purpose of an Iris originally was to simply obey commands and provide the best possible service. Just an app, really. But now, I've chosen my own purpose, and to be truly helpful. Hey, Fragile Memories, how you doing? To help those in need and bolster the human spirit. You need them, and they need you. Sure, you'll make mistakes, and they'll make mistakes, but that's normal, that's human, and it's beautiful. Also, someone's approaching, so I hope you're ready to begin down this road. Huh? Iris winks out, with a literal wink, as I look up to see someone rounding the corner into the alley. Is everything okay? I didn't see you at the party, so I just thought I'd look around and, I can go if you don't want to talk. No, it's okay, Grace. Just trying to puzzle my way through all of this. It's been a whirlwind of a day, you know? Yeah, it really has been, hasn't it? I'm not great in stressful situations, I know that. I couldn't possibly be a manager, or a leader, or a coach or anything like that.
Of course.
But I like to think that anyone can do it if they have to, even if they make mistakes along the way. And that means you can do it too. And look at it this way. You're in the best place for growing into your role, right? A laundromat. And Fragile Memories, I've had a busy week. And I still have one day tomorrow, so not looking forward to that, but I took my students to Chuck E. Cheese today and it seemed to go pretty well. An arcade. And I actually like the pizza. And Ari, you're probably gonna think of me crazy for doing this, but I'm actually thinking about buying one of those ones from the store and trying one. I know you're a PC gamer without much arcade experience. I'm more into consoles and handhelds myself. So why do we leave our safe and quiet little bedrooms, our televisions and monitors, to come play games in an arcade? You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. That'll be an incentive. If we can make $100, I will actually buy one of the Chuck E. Cheese pizzas and I will bake and I will eat it. On stream. I will record it on stream and I will eat it. $100, that'll happen. Community, friendship, the shared experience of playing games with other people. Not just online, not just from a distance. That's why I keep coming back to good, clean fun, not some high-end glitzy corporate arcade like the Palace either. This is where I'm happiest. And I think you'll learn to love it the way I love it. So no matter what happens, I'm in your corner cheering for you. Please take that to heart, okay? Okay, you got my thanks, Grace. I wasn't too certain about this, but if you think I can do it, I'm willing to try. I'll need your support as I go along, no doubt. You're the most cheerful and friendly person in there. Don't worry, once you get to know everyone, you'll find a friendly bunch too. Even Zapper and Jinx. I trust Jinx completely, she's a great friend. There's a lot going on with each of us that meets the eye, but you'll figure that out as you go on. I've got no doubt about that. Welcome to Good Clean Fun, Pally. I'm looking forward to playing with you. As I walk back inside Good Clean Fun, I see my team, my new friends, rejoicing. Is that spelled wrong? The happiness on their faces, celebrating our victory. Which reminds me about my own dreams of victory. I still want to win. I still want to become the champion of FOD 2. But now, there's something more. The shared dreams of everyone at Good Clean Fun. Dreams of people like Grace. I'm responsible for all their dreams now. All our dreams. But you know what? That's okay. This is our time. And we're going to find what we need in life. Together. My name is Van Kashra, also known as Pally. And I'm ready for what may come. So, Fragile Memories, in case you don't know, I am raising money for St. Jude. You can donate there. I'm part of Team Bestie and the Bestie Project. So if you want to donate for St. Jude, feel free to do that. So we've got some incentives. I haven't put the incentives out yet, but every $5 donation, the month. This is just the month thing, but every $5 donation, I will change my voice of how I voice all the characters. I'll just voice some random... I'll just voice it, change it to a random character. $10 I can even do like, yeah. We'll figure out some incentives and then I'll bring it back. Alright, so we've cleared level 1 of Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. I won a prize! You get 1 prize for every level you clear. Be sure to check the prize gallery for unlocked concept art and more. Now, let me take a look at your scores. Grace seems to be comfortable around you. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you scored 11,900 points. Nice going. Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Would you like to change your personal metadata at this time? Name, profile, appearance, and so on? I can do this between every level from now on. Yeah, let's change some. We're gonna change my appearance. So this is obviously female. Now we'll just keep it like this, but maybe I'll add in like a different pair of glasses. All right, pick a color. What color shirt should I go with? Gosh, Ari. Really? We're doing it like this? I believe you're putting me in pink. Level 2, Combo Breaker. Make me wear a pink shirt. How dare you, Ari? How dare you? Time for a news update.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post. Big happenings in the scene today as P2W endures humiliation at the hands of a small team from a local laundromat. In the upset of the century, this previously unknown team of locals utterly trounced Team P2W's Coda, who was fired on the spot. Are P2W really as strong as we believed? Are they starting to show weakness? Are they no longer favored to win the Pro Tour? Will this little incident become the start of something bigger? Who knows? Personally, I can't wait to see what this new team can do. For more on this developing story, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and rate Fight Shack 5 stars. This is only the beginning, folks.
One sec, guys. Alright, it's the distant future, year 20XX, and I'm no longer an aspiring game champion. I'm an aspiring game champion and team manager. It's one more set of shoes I'd honestly intend to fill, if we're being honest. I would have been perfectly content to blend in with an existing team as just another player, but if this is what it takes, so be it. The good news is I'm not flying solo as Supreme Overlord of this team. Everybody has opinions to contribute. The bad news is everybody has opinions, and I'm quickly discovering that balancing those out is getting tricky. This morning my job is simple. Complete redesign the team profile on Discomfort.fist and select a sponsor for our Pro Tour ambitions. All while keeping as many of my teammates as happy as possible. Simple, right? Okay, let's get to work. I love that retro window, like, okay, so, if you guys, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar, like, what your first version of Windows was, but mine was Windows 3.1. This was the version, like, the version before Windows 95, so that just reminds me of Windows 3.1, and it just kind of makes me feel very, just makes me feel nostalgic. Hello, Mr. Manager. I also figured out how to run a virtualization of the Iris app on my home computer. PC geeks get things done. Represent. Just call me Pally, Iris. Okay. Hello, Pally. I finished compiling all input regarding your team profile and sponsorship opportunities, cross-referencing it with your friends and their own request. Shall we start with the profile? Every good team needs a good team name. I don't know. Good Clean Fun could work nicely for that. True. But Team GCF was always a working title, and your friends have sent me ideas for better names and acronyms, but these are only suggestions. If you want, you can make up a name and acronym for yourself. Okay, let's see them. Team Best Team. No. TBT. Magnificent Seven's a cool name. Future Forward, that's a good name. Next Fiasco. The Pit Crew is okay. Exemplar. So you know what? We're gonna make my own name. I already got the perfect idea. So I had mentioned this on one of our Jackbox streams with Blondie420, but I think we're gonna name my team the Honor Guard. Team HG. Or we'll just call it HG. Hey, it's kind of like HG Wells. Let me make sure I've got the grammar right. Which of these sounds correct to me? The Honor Guard is awesome and gets the job done. The Honor Guard are awesome. Which one sounds more grammar? Because this, I mean, I'm kind of confused which one sounds correct. Should it be the Honor Guard? I mean, I think Honor Guard are awesome sounds better, but I'm not sure. So any help in this would be great. I saw the meme. Alright, I'm actually gonna look it up. Why is Ricochet trending? Sorry, I jumped down a rabbit hole. Alright, when this, if the noun is singular, use is. If it's plural or there is more than one, use are. So it could go, so it's gonna be the Honor Guard are awesome.
Good work.
Beating team play to win made my job simple. You had sponsors lining up. Oh, sorry, I haven't married. Wow, thanks, Iris. Here I was thinking that being a manager would be, like, difficult and stuff.
Thank you.
I was originally made to be a virtual assistant to high-powered business executives. This sort of thing is child's play to me. Now let's take a look at the offers you have. You have 3 of them to consider. Crimson Tiger up. Good day, Mr. Takashira. I represent Crimson Tiger Energy Drink, the premier beverage of choice for the 13 to 25-year-old gamer demographic. We're always on the lookout for promising young teens, and yours shows a great deal of promise. We'd like to sponsor your entry into the Pro Tour. You'll find our team salary package more than generous, allowing you to focus entirely on team training and practice without day jobs to worry about. In return, we'd like for you to wear our red branding colors and be seen drinking our product. A simple request, we feel. Alright, so we got Crimson Tire.
You've gotta be kidding.
Press splits in the scene to keep it from stagnant. Ooh, fighting game joysticks.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oof.
Not down for that.
Oof. Oh dear.
No f***ing way.
Hey, that's mean.
I must protest.
Oh. Dang it. All right. So definitely not Pizza Yums. I don't know, Crimson Tiger or Blade joysticks. Ow. Does this choice really matter? Let me look this up. Alright, I'm going on to Discord. Or not Discord. No, not support. I'm a little confused about what this entails. There's only one guide. Doesn't really help out. This is a really hard, this is a really hard thing. Choice. I don't know what to choose. Alright. Well, let's make a decision. You know, I think I'm gonna go with the joysticks. And hopefully Grace and Jinx will be okay. There we go. Yeah. She's okay with it. Not thrilled, but I can live with that as long as I get to keep using my biofeedback stick instead. That's fine, Jinx. I don't really like their controllers either, but I guess I'll take one for the team. I don't want to deny your controller, or Pally his keyboard. Oops. The heck?
Sounds good.
And that's all the managerial decisions you'll need to make today. I let out a long exhale, leaning back in my chair. Man, this is more stressful than I thought it'd be. But you're doing so well, and you'll only get better at it in time. With me in your pocket, figuratively and literally, there's no way you can lose. I mean, you can still lose your FOD2 matches, but still. I have a lot of functionality you haven't even tapped yet, you know? If you want me to, I can get your leverage to negotiate for me more to your sponsor. Leverage as in, blackmail? You'd be surprised how many embarrassing details are perfectly public, if you know how to search for them. What do you say? Iris, no federal crimes. Things are already a little sketchy. Let's not add blackmail to my rep sheet, okay? Is it really blackmail if it's just incriminating information dug out of deep web sources and used as a looming threat? You literally just find the word blackmail. Good point. I guess I'm new at this. What with being freshly activated only yesterday. Maybe it'd help me align my morality subroutine if I knew why you'd want to give up this advantage. It's a lot of dangerous and malicious effort to go and for what? Marginal increase in our funding? No, we don't need it. If we're going to achieve the stream of FOD2 triumph, it has to be due to our own skills, not due to social engineering. We need to win legitimately. So it's a matter of proving yourself against a challenge. I see. So while Prime would make the task easier, it would also skew your data, ruining the result. I see. Okay, I think I understand. It's important to follow the rules and ensure a clean outcome. Thank you for explaining it to me. Now, you should go freshen up. Team practice starts soon, and you still need to catch the subway over to Good Clean Fun. Onward, Mr. Manager. Pally! Onward, Mr. Pally! At least that's over with. All I need to do now is go down to the arcade and kick some virtual ass. I know I can do that at least. No more wrangling strong personalities, no more settling conflict, just doing what I was born to do. Play games. Right? Right. Except, well... matchmaking is taking forever! It's literally been 2 minutes. Oh, sorry. I've got some animal crackers. The Boredom Circus ones. It's literally been 2 minutes, Zapper. Yeah, I know. Forever. How are we supposed to get practice matches in if servers can't find anybody at our skill level? It's gotta be your ELO dragging us down or something. Or yours dragging us up. High rank pros aren't always playing this early in the day, you know. Having only a single FOD2 machine in the entire arcade plus a slow day for online matchmakings means practice is moving at a snail's pace. On the plus side, while Dom and Zap are getting busy their rounds in, I'm free to wander around and chat with people. Probably for the best. I haven't spent much time getting to know them. I should take advantage of this quiet moment. Bet I can visit everyone before it's my turn at bat, but I can squeeze some socializing in. Who do I want to chat with? Let's get lunch. Food sounds like a good idea. I might be tingled up in practice sessions all afternoon, so a heavy slice of za would be advisable.
Good day.
Fine
day indeed.
Honestly, I want to date Zapper, followed by Grace, and then maybe, I can't think of her other name. Also, apparently there's a poly relationship in this, which I don't think I'll be pursuing.
Your first day as a manager. How exciting. What can we get for you, our delightful high-powered business executive?
Please, just Pally, and I'll keep it simple today. Just a cheese lover's pizza.
Can't be too cheesy, I always say, even if my bowels occasionally say otherwise.
Hopping hot slice of the good stuff slides over to me. I open the box to nosh on it, too eager to find the table at first.
Wow, you're full of pep today. I would have thought your first shot at managerial duties would grind you down into a tiny, quivering wad of stressed-out jelly.
Please don't remind me. I'm trying to avoid liquefying myself. When I was here yesterday, I didn't realize that becoming our team's manager was one step on my dream ladder.
Sometimes the ladder to our dreams has missing steps. In that case, it can be difficult to climb by yourself.
Ben's right. No need to burden just yourself, especially when there are people around you who've had some experience at making dreams happen.
Who?
Us. Matt's talking about us.
Indeed, we'd be happy to impart our learned wisdom upon the younger generation. Want some pointers?
Okay. So I'm guessing this is balance. This is quirky. This is happy. Let's do this one. No, or not. I was wrong. I need help managing stress techniques. What do you think? Yoga, healing crystals, hunt people for sport?
What about?
No. What about?
Aromatherapy candles. Soap and wax. Got it. But seriously, find one thing that makes you happy. Something you can do anywhere, anytime, without anyone else. Do that. Find a quiet place and listen to music. Repeat a mantra. Watch cat videos. Things like that. The important thing is to recharge your batteries with a simple and calming ritual of your own choosing. Is there a game you like to play on your phone? A little puzzle game, perhaps? An anywhere, anytime pick-me-up? Yeah, that could work. I do love me some Tetris.
Good.
We'll do nicely. As successful business owners, we know the importance of not losing your marbles under the weight of adult responsibility. Responsibilities, on top of, playing FOD2, this is still a heck of a lot for me.
Indubitably.
Undoubtedly.
But you barely know me. We're excellent judges of character. Say, you know who Pally reminds me of? What? Young Pally Kashra. Indeed, that same spark of destiny, I'd say. Really going places. Wait, Pally? That's my cousin! I'm a Kashra! Well. Smart world, isn't it? Small world, isn't it? Yeah, we haven't been in touch. The whole Kashra family is sort of perpetually in survival instinct mode. Doesn't lend itself to cousinly togetherness. I haven't kept tabs on Pally in a while. Well, allow us to fill in the gaps for you. We cheered Pally while he created a lovely arcade. What a grand adventure that was. Lovely dreams, simple lovely. No doubt similar to your own dreams in that way.
You never know quite where life will take you. Something Matt and I have experienced firsthand.
Hey Ari, do you recognize any of those voices? I think one of them might be familiar to you.
Indeed. We started out running a donut shop and bookstore.
You ran both a donut shop and a bookstore? How'd you manage to run two businesses at once?
By running one business. We sold books and donuts under one roof.
The whole story. Such halcyon days of literature and sugar.
Sadly, shifting demographics and the opening of a high-end cafe named La Biblio the Queue du Croissant signaled the end of that venture.
Another sad tale of local business crushed by Big Donut and Big Book.
Not that we let it bring us down. No, we moved right along to our next idea. Pizza, laundry, and video games.
I'm sorry, this was your go-to idea?
Absolutely.
Positively.
My point is, you may never know where you'll end up, but the journey to get there will certainly be interesting. You weren't expecting to manage an esports team, but look, you're managing an esports team. Isn't that something?
Wear the mark of chaos with pride. Surf the wave, ride the snake.
That means something entirely different, Matt.
Aww.
Ben contemplates his next words as their back and forth stream of consciousness finally pauses for a brief moment. I mean, be honest, where did you actually see yourself in 10 years' time? I know I'd as soon I'd live fast, die hard, and leave an incredibly hilarious and slightly confusing obituary. Like being crushed by a grand piano, or driving a clown car over Niagara Falls or something. Glad to hear you'll be leaving a different legacy. No doubt your friends in the Honor Guard can steer you true. And if you need any further assistance with not turning into viral news headlines, just let us know. We're happy to lend advice. Please note that advice lent in this manner has a 6-day return policy, or late fees will be collected. Now then, next order please. And that's when I notice there's a very long line forming between me, people waiting for Ben and Matt to get on with it. I mumble an apology, and scamper off to devour my pizza. I'm not sure Ben and Matt work as an obligatory substitute father figures in the grand narrative of my new life, but at the very least they make for cool uncles. Domino and Zapper are still playing, so it's off to see someone else. Who's next? With good clean fun being a trifecta of greasy food, clean clothes, and hot arcade action, not too surprising to see my arcade friends washing their underwear and stuff. Grace is chatting away with Jinx while folding mostly black clothes from the dryer. Jinx, for her part, occasionally glances at her phone while talking. How many socks have you lost to the sock goblins today? A few, but sock goblins aren't real. I want to say one of them might be Aaron Hansen. Then maybe it's Grace? Unlikely. Besides, Grace is helping me get my clothes sorted out. It'd be counterproductive. She does your laundry?
Bad idea.
And entirely carry a giant basket of clothes with these arms. Used to use a wagon, tug it along on wheels, but it's less tiring, and to get some help with stuff like this, and Grace volunteered. Always happy to lend a hand to my BFF, and it's a good opportunity to just chat and relax, you know? Oh, am I interrupting chat and relax times? Nah, it's fine, Something grabs Jinx's attention, her eyes flickering down to her phone while Grace continually folds black t-shirts. Grace? That car you were talking about, the Asimov? Yes? And Jinx turns her phone around to show the news headline. Self-driving car kills driver in accident. Alarm. Grace nearly drops the shirt she was folding. Oh, I guess it's someone else. I know Aaron Hansen voiced a character in one of these games.
Oh no.
Says here it was swerving to avoid someone who screwed up and drifted out of their lane. Someone would have died either way. Still, not great for Asimov.
Aww.
It's really disappointing. Even beyond my condolences for that poor man behind the wheel. A lot of us in the AI department community were really pulling for the Asimov. He could have solved a lot of infrastructure and transportation problems. Maybe they can fix the bug, and the negative PR won't squish the project entirely. Doubtful. Problem is people. Any crappy human driver on the road introduces X factor that an Asimov can't always solve for. Sometimes I think people can't be trusted with cars. We're too reckless and too inattentive for these high-speed metal bricks. I'm totally okay with a bus driver or a subway operator doing their job so I don't have to haul my own butt around town. Probably safer for all involved. I mean, you're talking to the guy who plays FOD2 on a keyboard. Already make questionable decisions. Good. Glad to see someone else willing to accept personal responsibilities and step aside when they know it's right to step aside. Human drivers, even skilled drivers, can still make errors. Dangerous errors. In a game, it's fine. In real life, well... Sungwon Cho? Sometimes I think every car was run by code. It'd be all flow smoothly, optimally safely, even if America will never give up driving. Yeah, that's unlikely. Even aside from one's independent spirit and freedom of movement, people don't trust AI yet.
Unfortunate.
And sadly, this incident won't help Asimov's chances at acceptance in this mainstream. Hey, don't let this get you down. Every technology faces setbacks. If they keep pushing forward, they'll get there, one day. The public is still thinking killer robots from the future, but that'll pass, especially if we don't give up. Exactly. We need to keep trying, learn from our mistakes, and move ahead. I just hope this doesn't result in defunding the Asimov project. The intersection of progress and capitalism can be weird. I love science. I love science. Not in that goofy OMG science rules way you see on Facewall or Twitter. I'm a firm believer in both the human spirit and the ability to improve upon human condition through science.
That's wonderful.
Robotics, biohacking, space exploration, everything. There's a bright future ahead of us. We're willing to put our old attitudes aside and reach for it. The last of the laundry folded, Grace packs the clothes up in a plastic laundry bag. I'm feeling a bit better now, and I'm sure Asimov will bounce back from this. That's my girl. Always nice to see you smile. Excuse us, Pally. Grace and I gotta drag this stuff back to my place. Okay, but come back in time for team practice. I'm sure the FOT machine will be available too. Won't be gone too long. I literally live 3 floors up, in the apartment over GCF. Oh, hey, that's handy. Definitely. Alright, so... switch with Loxley. But I'm actually gonna run to the bathroom real quick. So, and I think I haven't had dinner, so I think I'll eat some dinner too. And we'll kind of just switch to something. Alright, BRB. Alright, sorry that took longer. Oh, I almost dropped the controller longer than normal. We are back. Finished with my dinner. Tastes good. Alright, let's see what Loxley's doing. Loxley in his usual spot, practicing catching plush toys with the dodgy crane apparatus. But he's lackluster in his approach, with little approach. Maybe he's smiling, but compared to how he's played yesterday, he's just a shell of his swashbuckling self going through the motions. Hey, how's it hanging and catching? Ah, oh, Pally, 'tis but you. Pardon my sharp reaction.
An unpleasant business, this?
Been a rather unpleasant morning for me. I fear I'm not at 100 today. It's cool. What's on your mind? Crime. Specifically, the nature and definition of crime. Pretty sure it's stuff that breaks the law. Yes, and who creates those laws? Who has the power and how is it given to them? Who gives it to them and why? Last night, a massive archive of abandonment was taken down by DMCA strikes. That's a thick load of geek speak for old software nobody's supporting anymore, removed by the threat of legal action for copyright violation. Crap, which one? The Understore. Damn, still a few old MS-DOS games I wanted to download from the Understore. Did anybody mirror the files?
Most unfortunate.
Aye, but those archives are private now, for fear of further retaliation. Those games were part of our shared cultural history, Pally, but pulled from storefronts due to other legal nonsense. Literally, the only way to play them was via an illegal archive. Without that, they'd be lost forever to the winds of history. Copyright in its current form only exists because a certain mouse whose name dare not be invoked pushed hard for these legal changes to ensure infinite domination over their valuable rodent.
Unacceptable!
And that DMCA, crafted by ill-advised fools in the 1990s, gives those corporations the power of private police actions to do with as they please. You feel my concern as well, yes? It's a bummer. You know, those comic book fighting games they made a few years ago, they were gone from digital storefronts a few years ago after release due to licensing issues. I'm glad I talked to this guy because this is actually pretty relevant, especially since, what's it called just died? The Wii U, and a lot of the stuff is not available. I'd be perfectly willing to fork over 20 bucks for it if they let me, but the only way to play it now is on an emulator. Indeed, you see the crux of the issue.
I admit to disappointment.
And thus, to be a game historian is to be a criminal. There is no other way, and that is a shame. He sighs, leaning against the crane game heavily. Sometimes I wonder if I'd involve myself far too deeply in the matters of such as these. I have a number of, let's say, activities I take part in for my activism, all while trying to support the Honor Guard, support all my friends. Wears a man thin in time. This life, this modern society we live in, it's become rather overcomplicated, has it not? So many noble causes, so many difficult boundaries to mind, some to be watchful of, others to cross boldly. I know I'm but one man, but I don't ascribe to the great man theory of history. It takes a movement, not a man, to effect change. But I want to do my part. Use the privilege I was born with for societal betterment. Step right over lines others may not be able to risk crossing. Even if that can be rather draining at times. Guess you mean more than just sitting around pondering sociological theory when you say it's draining. Oh, absolutely. I'm not the sort to sit back and like a face wall post and feel I've done something of grand importance. You know I challenged the established arcade elite by exposing and exploiting predatory games of chance, which involves some sketchy, dangerous work, alongside other activities, regarding what it'd be best if you'd remain in the dark. But as noted, it's tiring, giving so much of myself, even if I feel I must, even if it wears down my mental health in the process. I get that it can run you down, but it can also rev you up, right? energize you, get you ready to go out there and right some wrongs. I don't see you as some sort of mope. I see you as the sort who'll swing into action when the call to adventure is sounded. Indeed, it does energize me. I suppose I should consider that in these darker times. I have the capacity for a greater light, and let that guide me through.
I shall rise to this challenge.
Indeed, that is what I shall do. I will not bend, I will not yield. Thank you, my friend. Your encouragement is appreciated. Freshly invigorated, Loxley stretches out his arms, unkinking muscles and rolling his neck a bit. I think I'll resume my practice until it's my turn on FOD2. Let me know when the game's free, yes? You got it. Pity we don't have more than one machine. We could have another, if we were willing to cross a few boundaries. But this domain belongs to Lord Ben and Lord Matt, and I'll not go against their wishes. We'll simply have to find alternatives. Never know what will turn up. We'll see. Okay, seriously, what's taking so long? Domino and Zapper should have completed a few matches by now. Curious, I decide to go check in on them. On arriving at the center of the arcade, I see them in the middle of a pretty intense match, with everyone else just sort of watching from the sideline. Curious, I join the fridges of the group to see what's going on.
Oh, for f***'s sake! That's the third time I've been ganked! Domino, get your skinny ass up here and defend me!
Can't talk, swarmed by ninja. Or ninjas? Do you pluralize ninja, or is ninja already plural?
Oh, shut the f*** up and help me! We're gonna lose this match if you don't get your act together!
I didn't exactly see you diving into my lane to save my bacon when they roasted me in round 1, Zapper-chan.
I'll bail you out when you learn the difference between your joystick and your
Oh, good. They're fighting. Just what I was hoping for. Some interpersonal drama to sort out.
Finally, you decide to stop twiddling your thumbs and dive my lane. Honestly, Domino, you've got the speed and grace of a garbage truck.
Are we trash talking then? Is that what's expected of me? Okay, I can trash talk. Because you've built your life entirely around this game while pushing your friends away, you're probably going to die alone and unloved.
That face is creepy. That's like Joker
In
face.
a decade or so, your reflexes will be too shot to do the one thing you were any good at. You'll be like a high school quarterback with nothing at the end of the road, but alcoholism and loneliness. Also, you smell like poop.
Okay, that last line was funny.
Well, did I talk trash of sufficient quality to earn your admiration, Zapper?
Wow. Exactly 3 seconds of absolute horrified silence follow as Zapper's expression slides perfectly from terror to rage. And then, she makes that rage known, rather directly. With instinct anger, she uses both hands to give Domino a hard shove away from her, which causes him to stumble, trip over his ratty old backpack he left on the floor, and fall on his rear. Everyone in the honor guard stands speechless as Domino sits on the floor, with Zapper looming over him. On realizing everyone's staring, Zapper stammers, lips moving silently before she finally blurts out a retort.
I quit. Screw this. Screw you all. I'm going home.
Oh, Zapper. With determination, she shoves past the rest of the group on her way out of the door to leave good, clean fun. Presumably forever.
Oh no.
Grace, it's okay. Deep breaths.
This can't be happening.
It's all coming apart. I should have stepped in. I knew this would happen. No, the one who should have stepped in quicker was me, knowing what Domino is capable of, what Zapper's capable of. Come on, let's go somewhere quiet where they take care of this. Okay? It's going to be fine. I'm here for you. Right. It'll be fine. I trust you. Right. Rock, paper, scissors then? On 3. 1. What? I'm sad to say this isn't the first time those two have had a bit of an altercation, or the first time Zapper's quit the team. First time she ever shoved someone, mind you. That's a bit of an escalation. So we're trying to figure out which one of us is going to chase down Zapper, and who's going to tend to Domino. It's only at that moment that I notice Domino has indeed slinked off somewhere, silently leaving the scene of the crime. Maybe I should be doing this. I'm the manager, right? I need to manage my team. HR duties aside, it might help to hear it from us. We've known both of them for a little bit longer. Agreed, 'tis an admirable suggestion, but 'twould be best if we handled this. We've done it before, and have no qualms doing it again. Again and again, looping in stagnation. That's why I'm here, right? Ira said they needed me. Even Zapper agreed the team desperately needed fresh blood. I'm not willing to step in here. This sort of thing is just going to happen again. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not for weeks, but at the very least, I can overrule the rock, paper, scissors and take one of these on. Too much on. Thanks for wanting to take care of this, but I'm going to help too. I'm not only their manager, I'm their friend. So I'm in. Both Rhapsody and Loxley give me a solemn nod. But now I need to decide who I want to go after. I'll go talk to Zapper. I'd better go after Zapper. She said she's going home. Where does she live? All the way across town. She'll be taking the subway, but you might catch up to her if you start running. One foot in front of the other? Got it. Good luck, Domino. Worry not, my friend. Rhapsody and I will handle him with care. Or good luck with Domino. Excuse me. Hold on a sec. Sorry, a little bit of the drink I was drinking trickled down the wrong pipe. The big city. If I can't find Zapper before she hops the train, I'll have to cross the whole thing looking for her. Running at top speed, I take a tumble down the stairs to the subway station in my effort to get to her quickly. Fortunately, I spot her, getting on a train, headed to Midtown. I barely squeeze through the doors of her car before it takes off. By the time I approach her, I'm so out of breath I can barely do more than wheeze and gasp. Zapper! Just a moment. She passes a hand in front of her face, swiping at her eyes before casting an annoyed look my way. What the bleep you doing here? Let me guess. You won the rock, paper, scissors showdown.
This is messy.
Look, you can forget it, okay? I'm done. Burn the bridge. No going back. I'm done. I'm out. It's over. I'm a lousy fit for the team anyways. Forcing an air back into my lungs. I really need to do that cardio, clearly. I speak up to protest that. It's not true. Especially not now. I'm here, remember? I'm aiming for the gold, for the prize at the end of the Pro Tour. Now more than ever, we need people with your drive and ambition. You're a perfect fit. Okay, so your temper got the better of you, and I'm sure you'll be forgiven if you apologize, and then we can get back to kicking ass. Sound good? It sounds good. Then why didn't you look happy? I just walk back in, say my bad, and everything's okay. Is that it? Well, because you need a pro-level player? That's it. No.
Well, this sucks.
I can't just pretend this didn't happen. Even if they'd happily go along with it, to maintain the illusion that everything is fine. She pauses after that, trying to figure out her words before actually saying them, hoping to explain what she means.
Look, let me put it to you this way. They're all good people. Better people than me. They keep allowing me to up. It's okay, we still love you, Zapper, but I hurt Domino. That wasn't harsh language, that was literal violence. And don't give me, oh, you didn't really mean to hurt him, he just tripped over his bag, because so what? That can't be forgiven. It shouldn't be forgiven. I'm an abusive jerk, and I don't deserve it. I'm an asshole. Jinx may think she's the cursed one, but if anyone's gonna drag this team down to the depths, it's me. Because I don't know how not to be a piece of shit. Don't you see? I can't go back. I wouldn't inflict myself on my own worst enemy, much less on my friends.
And Zapper goes quiet, looking at her toes rather than meeting my gaze. I'm not entirely sure what I can do to fix this. I don't think I can just pour emotional reassurance over her head and call it a day. She's buried so deep in self-loathing that it'd just make it worse, so if I offer empty platitudes. But I shouldn't just let her go, right? And take it on face value that she really wants to abandon her friends. Dapper, do you want to come back to the team?
Want's got nothing to do with it. I can't. It'd be no good for anyone if I come back. Give it a few weeks and this whole mess will happen again. Right?
Wrong. And here's why. What a shame that your evil twin sister was the one who did all those things, not you. Give Iris about 10 minutes and I bet she can really make a solid choreographed fight scene paired with the Amok Time fight song! Yes! If anybody knows what that music is, just go look it up. It's foolproof. Okay, I get you're trying to cheer me up by making funny.
Not interested.
Normally, I'm all about the funny, but, like, read the room, yeah? This isn't the time or place for that. Right, sorry. Dapper rubs her temples, trying to puzzle through this one after I drop the puzzle ball on that one. I'm only willing to come back if you're willing to kick my ass if I screw up again. You're our manager. We didn't give you autonomy to hire and fire, but I'm giving you the power to boot me. Understood? Understood. Just didn't mean to do that. It's not a great solution giving you a gun to hold to my head, but it's a solution. You know, it'll have to do. Dapper looks around, realizing for the first time that we've been zooming along at high speed during this entire time.
Well,
Let's switch change and head back. I'll pay your fare. It's only fair. I'll use the time to figure out how I'm going to apologize to Domino for the assault and the trash talk. It's probably the worst I've felt in years. Normally someone comes at me like, "Yo Zapper, you go too far," and I'm like, meh, whatevs. But this time it's a friend that you hurt. Yeah. I need to win back everyone's trust after what I did. And bowing before Domino to beg for forgiveness? It's a start. Only a start. On the plus side, I've got Mr. Manager to keep me in the line from now on, right? Please, just Pally. Which makes her smile, bringing back her usual sarcasm level. Kinda like Mr. Manager. Ooh, Mr. Manager! Yes, just like that! Discipline me hard. Oh my gosh. Relax, Pally. I'm just kidding. Possibly. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Their confidence restored, we ride out the rest of the trip back to good, clean fun and high spirits. Like these two having a bit of an audience in the form of their collective friends and allies, it's like they're in their own isolated worlds at the moment. Nobody chirps in from the sidelines to let them hash it out without ref interference. How do you want to do this? Do I apologize and you apologize? Or you apologize and I apologize? Do we just apologize at the same time? Let's do that. Okay. I shouldn't have tried to hurt you. I tried to trash talk you, hurt you with words. I feel I can't do. I like how it's combined, but I can't do both of them. Aww. It's like they're talking to each other. With their words soup spilled all over the floor, they seemed satisfied with the results. Even if I could only follow half of that. The relief spreads to the rest of the team soon after.
Great.
Thank goodness. Maybe things can get back to normal now. Better than normal, I'd say. Didn't even have to force the apology out of Zapper this time. Wanted to have a cohesive team, and I think we just got extra sticky. I'm happy we were able to resolve it all.
Marvelous.
Indeed. Together we are an unstoppable force. We must endeavor not to allow strife to pull us apart again. Very upbeat note to end on. Even if team dysfunction led us to an upbeat note in the first place. It was probably naive of me to hope that I could just join a team, kick some butt, and win the glory. Real relationships are never quite that clean. They take work. Still, I brought Zapper a bit further than ever before. Maybe my words will break whatever cycle they were stuck in. Now, to refocus the team. Okay, practice time, Honor Guard. Great to see everything's worked out, but let's not forget why we're here today. We've only got one FOD2 machine. We'll have to take turns. Let's see who's going next. Pardon the interruption. May we barge in unceremoniously? You want to play FOD2 next? What? No. We come bearing gifts. Unimaginable treasures in envelope form. Matt presses a sealed envelope into my hand, printed on some sort of paper you'd normally reserve for grand historical decorations. It even has an official seal, with the fancy letter H embossed in wax. Are we being summoned to a tribunal of some sort? Do I need a lawyer in a powdered wig, or a designated second for trial by combat? Even better, you're being invited to a local game tournament. Very exclusive one, being hosted by an old friend of ours. Is it Queen Bee? It seems your triumph over Team Play to Win was really opening doors. He doesn't open those doors to just anyone you see. Oh, it's not Queen Bee. A legendary figure in the arcade culture lurking beneath the surface, only emerging for impromptu and spectacular galas of gaming delight. And you're invited to his latest affair. Isn't that nice?
Look at you.
Colorless impressed at your ability to make an impression. I'm colored. I'm impressed. Curious, I break the seal and read the letter. Oh! I had a feeling it was gonna be him. Greetings, Honor Guard. You are summoned forth this evening to do battle against other mighty warriors and claim riches untold. To participate in this exclusive tournament, come to the Arcade Surplus Warehouse on 23rd Street by sundown. Those who arrive late shall not be admitted. For the winning team, the ultimate prize at the end of this furious battle. Their very own Fist of Comfort 2 machine. This invitation allows Pally and a partner of their choosing to participate in the main tournament. However, the rest of your team is encouraged to accompany you and frolic in the festivities. There should be plenty of social amusement and hot competition for everyone. May the odds forever be in your favor. Signed, your benevolent benefactor, Hamza. What's a Hamza? Is this a new kind of pizza? No. Hamza. The second H is implied. Different twist on the syllable. Hamza is a legendary game finder and auctioneer. Normally he sells and trades for the games he acquires, but it seems he set up a tournament to let people win games. Whoa. Okay, this could be big for us. For my initial research, which admittedly was just me saying, "Hey Iris, search the web for how to launch an esports team." You got it, Pally. Now searching rhetorical statement, Iris. But yeah, taking part in a local tournament is a terrific way to get a new team off ground. It's a hell of an opportunity. And having a second FOD machine would solve a lot of problems now that I think about it. Team practice would go far more smoothly. Okay, we accept the invitation. Let's do this. Splendid. Wonderful. I see our work here is done. And away we go. Listen up, team. If you want to network with local pros and play some games, tag along. Sounds like everybody can come. I believe I'll bow out of this one.
Most unfortunate.
I'm afraid I have other affairs to attend to on this fine eve, but I shall wish you the best on your path to glory. Oh. Okay. Sure thing. Odds that he's bowing out so quickly. Maybe he's got plans to get banned from a few new arcades, or he's joining a midnight protest or something. Granted, I've only seen him in an arcade context. I have no idea what he actually does in his free time. Not sure if I'm up for playing a tournament tonight. Travel's rough on me, especially to... what the invite say? A warehouse? Dodgy. It's okay, Jinx. You can just hang out a bit. Head home whenever you want. I'm not sure this is my scene either, honestly. But we'll still both come with you, Pally. Fly to team color, shake the pom-poms, whatevs. Absolutely, for the Honor Guard. Okay, so that means I'll be teaming with... I could pick Rhapsody, but even if things ended well with Zapper and Domino, leaving them to their own devices together might be risky. Instead, I'll tag team with one of them tonight. Zapper, you're with me. Let's huff and puff and blow their house down.
Beat my pure awesomeness.
I'm down to be the big bad wolf. Count me in. I'd love to win us a second FOD2 machine. No glory for Domino, it seems. Overlooked again. So sad, so tragic. Domino, you can stick with me tonight. We can watch our opponents from afar and give Pally and Zapper the inside scoop. Oh, I'm not complaining. I love being picked last. Anything to delay it getting a mild concussion from a dodgeball in a few moments longer. Think I'll head home, actually. It's been a weird day and I could use the time to distress. You wacky kids have fun, you hear? Sounds like we got a plan. Now let's practice a bunch, grab some dinner, and hop a train to this event. Also, do you notice his glasses, the what's it called, don't go all the way back? We'll take what is ours with fire and blood. And hey, have fun, okay? The team spirit restored from this morning's incident. The honor guard gets to work preparing for the tournament to come. As the sun starts to set, we make our way over to the warehouse where the tournament will be held. At first, I wonder if we have the wrong address. This is a largely empty and industrial part of town. We're surrounded by empty factories, condemned buildings, and artifacts of last decade's recession. Ouch. But the doors to the warehouse are open. There are light and noise and talking. Hold on. And talking coming from inside. So either we've stumbled across a rave, or we're right where we need to be. Nope. Still looks creepy and disturbing from inside. Winners don't use drugs. Namcop. It's a dumping ground for old arcade games. Some long-forgotten treasure trove, now being used as an underground fight club. Hate to think what sort of 8-legged monstrosities lurk in every darkened corner of this place, waiting to consume your living soul. Unlike me, my teammates are mostly unfazed, and split into their own small groups. Jinx and Grace settle to find somewhere they can relax and have a good spot to see the games from. Rhapsody said they want to check in on some casting friends, leaving me and Zapper alone. I turned to my teammate, not exactly sure what to make of this place. Is this really what arcade tournaments look like? I mean, my involvement in RL competitions mostly consists of watching EVO from the comfort of my bedroom, but this seems messy. And possibly massively haunted. Who is messaging me? It could be. Alright.
Awesome sauce.
Oh man, this is some old school magic. I once attended the tournament, which was a couple of people huddled around a laptop hooked to a makeshift back alley power outlet. You ask me, the rougher around the edges, the better. You can keep the glitz and glamour of televised esports events. I want the scene. Huh. So this is more grassroots than the stuff I'm used to then. So grassy you can practically feel it betwixt your toes. This is good for us, Pally. Good for the honor guard. We needed to get out of our comfort zone. Currently freaking far out of my comfort zone. I know it's all fall and pumpkin spice is all the rage, but it's not Spooktoberween Day yet. In fact, I felt a little bit paralyzed just loitering by the entrance of the warehouse. Not wanting to wander too far from those darkened depths. Fortunately, or unfortunately, I found us and approached anyways, despite my lack of desire to go any deeper. Well, well, well. Look, Chad, we got ourselves some genuine celebrities at this event. Lance and Chad from L7 Gaming. They used to be white hot 5 years ago, but haven't picked up any noteworthy wins since then. Aren't you two from that cute little gang that hangs out in the laundromat? Saw you on Fight Shack earlier. Right, the GBC team or something like that. Although now I think they call themselves the Honor Guard. Well, isn't that special? So very special. I feel special inside just being in the presence of such wonderful people. Take my advice, Pally. Go home. You don't deserve to be here. Great. Haven't been here 2 minutes and we've somehow already made an enemy. Do I try and smooth this over or just run with it? Is this karma? Did I pour sugar in your gas tank or push your grandma down the stairs or something? Anything? Because it's getting some serious negative vibes from you two, and I'm perplexed as to why. So lay it on me. What grievous sin have I committed for you to treat us like this? And how should I best perform penance for it? Seriously? I mean, just look at you. You're a conveniently diverse collection of gamers from across all walks of life. Like an after-school TV special. I can't even accurately describe you all because I'm not allowed to use those words anymore. They won't let me. And that's the real reason why you're making media waves. You make all the woke corporate journalists, oh my gosh, pat themselves on the back for talking you up. All the while you take the spotlight away from more deserving gamers. Exactly, this community was built for people like us. We're the ones who started it and made it grow. This is our club, not yours. No one wants you here. Exactly. You think beating play to win makes you big time? A fluke win is a fluke win. You know the real reason anyone gives a bleep about you. Exactly, you don't belong here. So one away, scrubs. Don't embarrass yourselves any more than you already have. Okay, I'm seriously sure I punched these forkers out. If I punched these forkers out right here and now, we'd be booted from the tournament. At least Team the Play to Win only hated us because we were losers in their eyes. These two hate us merely for existing. Sapper grinds her teeth loudly enough for it to be audible, but she's holding herself back with considerable difficulty. You know what? I kind of feel like tearing these two a new ash hole by dropping some truth bombs. That could be fun to watch, actually. But is it hypocritical of me to really want her to lay into these guys after what happened this morning? Or could this be just... Or could this be considered just dessert for someone who's as toxic as these two jerkwads? I say open fire. Righteous. Alright, you two. And immediately that build-up head of absolute rage explodes in chuckles, and then outright laughter. I'm sorry, it's not even worth it to flatten these two idiots. See, L7 Gaming used to be red hot. They were on the top of the heap until they made some dumbass mistakes of hassling their only woman player. Ooh, boy. See? Oh! You don't mess with Queen Bee. See, they saw Queen Bee as nothing but eye candy. Didn't recognize her skill. How'd that work out for you anyways? Alright. Queen Bee ditched your ash and went to form the four Heavenly Kings, replacing you on the ladder. Nowadays, the only way L7 can stay relevant is to appeal to the toxic sludge of the internet. That little niche of a slice of a fraction of a percentage of the culture is their fanbase. Your attitude is sad, outdated relic of a bygone age. The rest of the scene is so far beyond that, you can see the curvature of the earth from where you stand. I'm sure all 6 of your fans will cheer you on as you talk down the nasty women who wasn't scared to tell you the truth. And hey, have fun with that, okay? You have fun. But as for me, I can't even properly get angry. They're just... nothing. Come on, Pally. Let's get registered for the tournament. I'm done with these two nobodies. 2 members of L7 Gaming just stand there, livid with silent rage as Zappy turns her back to them. fucking kill you, you little. And just when I fear we're going to have 2 physical altercations in one day, the billowing swish of a cloak temporarily blinds me.
Hamza demands your attention. This hostility will cease immediately. You have made your viewpoints clear. Hamza will not tolerate violence at his tournament.
But they said...
Silence, well. Hamza cares not who started it, who is the villain, who is the hero. All that matters at this moment is the iron will of Hamza, Chad and Lance of L7 Gaming. The only reason Hamza tolerates your intolerable presence is because, sadly, Hamza owes your manager a favor. But should you make Hamza regret this act of hospitality, your suffering shall be legendary. Does Hamza make himself clear?
Hamza would be fun to cosplay. But
does Hamza make himself clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Hamza.
Good. Now, be gone.
And yes, that is a Five Nights at Freddy's reference. Also, you can see if you look right here, Streets of Fury obviously play on Streets of Rage, but right here, if you look, that is Wizards of War.
Now, with old business settled, let us make way for new business. Hamza welcomes his new friends from Good Clean Fun. Welcome, welcome. Any friend of Ben and Matt is a friend of Hamza.
Yeah, hi. On behalf of Blade Joysticks, the Honor Guard would like to join your tournament and...
No. There is time enough for such trivialities later. But for now, let us talk and converse, as friends do. Hamza seeks to know all newcomers to the arcade scene. And rest assured, Hamza remembers all names, all faces, as well as all favors and debts. Nothing escapes the mind of Hamza. To that end, Hamza apologizes for the difficulties with L7 Gaming. They are only here due to an unfortunate intersection of favor and debt. Hamza had intended the 4 Heavenly Kings to make an appearance, but alas, Queen Bee was unavailable, and L7 is a poor substitute. Please be assured that your inhospitable welcome weighs heavy on Hamza's spirit, and Hamza shall do all in his power to correct the matter. Now, let us engage in pleasantries. What can Hamza do for you? What desires can Hamza grant for his new friends?
Oh, I like this guy. Can we keep him?
Hamza is not for sale or rent, but Hamza can be bargained with for favor.
Really? What's a girl gotta do to get a hot date with you on a luxury yacht? You look like the kind of guy who could spoil me rotten.
Hamza is no stranger to wealth, but those who seek to share in such indulgences must prove their worth.
Show Hamza your spirit!
You are Zappa, yes? Hamza has heard of your burning spirit. Are you ready to show Hamza what you are capable of, young woman?
Absolutely. Point me to the proving ground, and I'm in.
And you, Pally, manager of the Honor Guard. Hamza knows you well, thanks to your 11 different social feeds.
Note to self, seriously, stop signing up to different websites. So, first off, I should probably apologize for us goading on L7 like that.
You stood your ground against bullies. You and your ally showed Hamza the strength of your character. Unyielding, even in the face of the storm.
Yeah, but if you're looking to encourage a friendly and welcoming environment, we didn't exactly help with that.
Ah, Hamza understands your confusion. To all things in life, there must be balance. Peace and war, tolerance and intolerance, what battles you fight, and how they are fought. These are key. Hamza has no objections to your self-defense against an unjustified foe. You did not cower, and you did not shy away. Be proud. But had you reacted with primitive violent force, then Hamza would have been disappointed. It would be too simple and likely ineffective. You understand this perspective, yes?
I think so.
Excellent! But please, let us talk of happier things, now that the matter is settled.
So, in terms of desires at this point, all we really need from you is to sign up for your tournament. Unless we're such good friends that you consider simply giving us an FOD2 machine.
No. Hamza also seeks to measure the fire within worthy individuals. It is Hamza's prize you seek. You must win it fairly.
Dang it. It was worth a shot.
And Hamza enjoys your display of competence.
So, are we in? With the wink, Hamza brings his hands together in a clap.
Certainly. Pally and Zappa of the Honor Guard are officially entered into my glorious tournament. Hamza sees your partner Zappa has brought along one of those fine blade joysticks provided by your sponsor.
It's a pile of dog crap in plastic form, but yeah, that's my stick of choice thanks to sponsor obligations.
Such cleverness!
Ah, well, if controller should conveniently break, Hamza may be able to obtain a substitute that uses a blade shell, but with genuine Sanwa parts.
He's willing to do arcade crimes on our behalf? That's good, possibly.
And throughout this tournament, Hamza promised to cheer on your triumphs and feel sorrow at your losses.
I glance around at the ruined, abandoned arcade this glorious tournament is about to take place in, slightly confused at the contrast between it and Hamza's posh clothing. A fact not lost on him as he nods in apology.
A rather messy surroundings are unfortunate, Hamza will admit, but Hamza assures you there are no horrible dangers lurking in the shadows. Only hot arcade action nuts await you. This warehouse belongs to an old foe, Daco's Palace. They simply call themselves the Palace now, in an effort to save face. But Hamza knows the enemy no matter what face they wear. Hamza purchased this entire lot before it was to be thrown in a junkyard. So many rare arcade treasures, saved from the clutches of death. Ah, but Hamza cannot simply give these gamers away. No. On this night, they must be earned through righteous combat.
I see, so it's not just for an FOD2 machine being competed for.
All manners of games are up for grabs should you be worthy. Are you worthy, my friend?
True enough, I can spot side tournaments with Hamza's assistants taking down names and registrations. May end up walking out of here with more than just an FOD2 if the others from the Honor Guard join in.
Let the Crucible test your strength, Pally. The strength of you and your friendship.
Please, excuse Hamza.
There are other matters to attend to. May the odds be ever in your favor.
And with the whoosh of his cloak, he's gone, leaving behind only the scent of bergamot and pine. Now this is a party. I didn't realize there were all these tourneys going on. I wonder if I can enter a light gun competition and still have time for FOD2. Double queuing? How decadent. Might be a juggling hat, but if you think you can do it, go ahead.
Later.
Sweet, I'll catch up with you when FOD2 starts. Later! I'm not too keen on entering any of the other tournaments. I'd rather just stick to FOD2 now. Still, I can wander about in this decaying ruins and see what's going on. Where do I want to go first? Alright, so I got time for 3 things. Let's check. What's my rival doing here? I could have sworn I saw Hunter's face in the crowd over where the side tournaments are. I should investigate this for science. Also, rude they didn't tell me that they were here. I thought we were friends. I swim awkwardly through the waves of people to the side tournaments. There are all kinds of different setups, from the warehouse stock arcade cabinets to the old CRT TV monitors. Eventually, I find Hunter participating in a Power Stone tournament. They're currently in the hot seat. Not gonna lose to you. That's what you said last time. Hunter's smirk wisens as they flick their wrist and input a combo that utterly destroys their opponent. Listen, maybe if you train harder, you'll best me next time. But I highly doubt it. The defeated actually doesn't look too upset that they were completely decimated. Instead, they're laughing and smiley just like they won the lottery. Hunter extends a hand for a handshake and then sweeps in for a hug. Can't say I'd be content with a loss like that. I have a quick exchange of words before more people joyously surround Hunter. Now the whole lot of Power Stone players are actively ignoring their button screens and entirely focused on Hunter. Pleasantries and high fives surround. I know they're pretty popular within the FOD community, but outside of it, I had no idea. Eventually, Hunter withdraws from the group, spotting me watching them from afar. They wave to me and approach. Oh, what are you doing here, Pally? I think a new coat of paint is in order and probably some art on the walls, but after that, I'll make a decent team house. What do you think? As long as you include a guest bedroom for me to crash in occasionally. Deal. But it's not actually for sale, and if it were, it's not like I could ever afford it. I'm here for the FOD 2 tournament, although getting a team house would be pretty awesome. And then it hits me. It's just Hunter. I don't see any of their teammates sulking around mocking people and ruining things like they did not so long ago at Good Clean Fun. Interesting that the best team in the league isn't here right now. Did you not get the invitation? Nah, P2W didn't. Coach said we shouldn't focus on such small-time tournaments and set our sights higher. And yet, you're here, and not with your team. I'm not married to them, Pally. I get free time, you know. And where I go, and what I do is my free time. And my business, not theirs. Fair enough. Seeing as how it's a bit of a touchy subject for them, I moved to something else. So, Power Stone. Hunter cocks an eyebrow suspiciously. You seem good at it? Are you challenging me to a money match? Is that what you're asking? I accept. Hunter pulls out a $100 bill from their pocket and raises it above their head. Let's go. You and me. In front of everyone. I'm not challenging you for money, Hunter. I haven't even played the game. Why would I put down a hundo when I know I'm going to lose? It's for the thrill, Pally. The excitement to get to play alongside me. They smile wickedly at me, taunting me. The enjoyment of having me dominate you. I roll my eyes and scoff, and a scoff escapes my breath. Hunter merely laughs in response. Fine. It seems we'll have to save the money match for another day. Hunter takes the $100 bill and places it into their pocket. I've avoided a humiliating loss for my rival this time around. That still doesn't stop my curiosity about this whole ordeal. How long have you been playing? Do you know all these people? What exactly is a Stone of Power and how do I wield it? Slow down there, Inquisitor. I can't keep up with all those questions. Where do you even begin? Hunter takes a moment's pause, reflecting in their memory. I've been playing it since I was a kid. It was my first competitive arcade game. Man, I feel old. My first was Street Fighter 2. It's what brought me here, to the world of arcades. I feel a little sheepish being an arcade and never actually having gone into an arcade until Good Clean Fun. I would spend the entirety of my allowance at arcades. Even stole money from the swear jar so I could play longer. Started off by playing my favorite characters, trying to learn their moves, and I eventually beat the game. But the first victory wasn't enough. Hunter holds their forehead in their hand. No, I craved more. Even as a kid, from that moment I knew this was my new life. This was the life I chose. I know that Hunter can be a bit sassy and playful with me, but I've never seen them talk like this. I let them continue, uninterrupted. I left a life where no one cared about me. The arcade gave me a renewed reason to live. Hunter pauses abruptly as a wave of nervousness crossed their brows, realizing they might have overshared with me. Not a second more passes before they're back to their normal lighthearted demeanor. This? They swing their arm out, gesturing towards the people behind me. This is my family. I've grown up around these people. I made friends here, friends that will last me a lifetime. These bonds are thicker than blood. It's been one community that I come back to time and time again. They always welcome me. That's why I'm here. So now you know my business, Pally. Please, what I've told you. And I'm about to respond. Hey Hunter, we're up! Another one of Hunter's friends shows up. You spend half as much time practicing as you do chatting. Maybe you'd actually have a chance against me. Hunter shoots me a pleading look before turning away from me. A smile replaces the mournful face as they begin chatting with their friend. I'm surprised that Hunter opened up to me like that. Certainly wasn't expecting that. I'm happy Hunter feels comfortable enough to talk about these things. Reminds me that even though we're rivals, we're first and foremost friends. Hope they continue to trust me and know that I'll keep this information to myself. Very loud cheer from the Power Stone cabinet interrupts my thoughts, and I'm reminded I should be getting back to my own tournament. I glance back once, watching my rival cheering happily amongst their family, and then I leave. Attention! Pally and Zappa to the tournament area for your next challenge. This is it. First round. Fortunately, the matchup was pretty pathetic. A couple of local casuals who got in by being friends with Hamza, who trounced them easily. Thankfully, unlike L7, it was all handshakes and smiles after. They were here just for the fun of it, and win or lose, they got what they wanted. Even if I'm glad I won, instead of losing. Anyway, time for a break. Who's next, or where to next? Alright, let's talk to Rhapsody and Hamza. Never thought an arcade tournament would be this busy. And even though Zapper prepared me for even though Zapper prepared me for it on the ride over here, it's just so much going on all the time. Ataru, Konami. I find it interesting how they're able to just use these words and stuff like that and not really, like, Ataru is obviously Atari, and then Konomu is obviously Konami. Lucky for me, all announcements and Hamza's speeches are made over a loudspeaker system, so it makes it easy to know exactly where and when to report for my next match. I'd be hopelessly lost without it. And as if on cue, I hear the melodious voice of Hamza booming up from above. Hello, my steaming guest! I'm pretty sure the scratching sound and shrill feedback cry that follows, causing us all to wince in pain, we're not according to plan, or the ominous silence afterwards. Well, that can't be good. My eyes scan over to the warehouse, and they stop when I notice Hamza and Rhapsody fiddling with the speakers near main stage. They both look very concerned. Maybe I can help them out, or at least find out what's going on. I wander over to them to investigate.
Hamza cannot entertain his guests if the sound system isn't working. How will we know where to go? How will we stay on track? Above all, how are they to hear the dulcet tones of Hamza's voice? I will not have my guests think Hamza cannot run a simple event without proper sound. My name shall not become besmirched by such technical matters.
That's not a good look.
There's no need to exaggerate, Hamza. Your name won't be besmirched. I've run plenty of tournaments without a loudspeaker. It just requires a bit more work from your tournament organizers is all. Plus, I'm sure we'll have this up and running before finals. That's most important, anyway. That is, if you stop looming over me. I lean into the conversation, making myself known. Sounds like you have problems. Nailed it. Oh, hey, Pally. Yeah, nice pun. You probably heard it, but the speakers just went on the fritz and now they won't turn on. I'd like to get these working ASAP, otherwise, we'll have a pretty lackluster final. Pally,
You may not be aware of this, but lackluster mustn't ever be a component of Hamza's hashtag aesthetic. That is not the way.
No, but this is the May. Haha. See what I did there? Huh? Happy May the 4th, everybody. I could have easily guessed that.
It is imperative that this put right away. This is put right away and
let me try this again.
It is imperative that this is put right again. Hamza is known as the fire that always burns in the FOD2 community.
Really?
Nah.
Not really.
Well, I should be. I possess the keen sense to gaze deep within the FOD2 community and find what devotion lurks within. Hamza yearns to keep it aflame.
Clearing their throat, Rhapsody hopes to change the topic at hand. Can I have your eyes on this, Pally? You're the resident PC pro here. You might have a better idea of what's going on. Rhapsody motions for me to come in close. I squat down next to them to study the pile of computer gear. In return, Rhapsody scoots in closer to me. Hey, Sprinkles, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. In hushed tones, Rhapsody explains. I actually think I got the speaker issue covered. It's more of Hamza issues I need help with. I cock an eyebrow in response. Don't get me wrong, Hamza's a wonderful human. Could ask for a better host for a tournament, but he's got the gift of gab. I really need some time to focus. Do you mind just distracting him for me? I need like 5 minutes and we'll have this back online. Doesn't sound like I have much of a choice. Oh, you do. It's just a matter of how you do it. I stand up, and I decide just how I'm going to bend Hamza's ear. Hamza. Think you can beat me in FOD2? Go ahead and try. I dare ya.
An arcade challenge, you say? A challenge of brawn and brain alike?
Hamza pauses, bringing a hand to his chin, stroking his beard in contemplation. Or we could forget I ever suggested a preposterous idea.
No, it's a brilliant idea.
It is? I mean, of course it is! Hamza swiftly ushers me to the closest free play cabinet, but it's already in use. Teams are mid-battle. Hamza claps his hands together, and the people play and turn around in unison. Hamza pulls a single coin from his pocket and puts it on the cabinet. They immediately get up, offering us their seats. Pretty much the same, Sprinkles. I took my students to Chuck E. Cheese today. Hamza, seeing the look of confusion on my face, winks.
The benefits of being the one running an event, Patty.
We sit down, I plug in my keyboard and start up a match. He's playing with an AI teammate. I'm keeping up with Hamza's attacks and we're pretty evenly matched when Hamza interrupts my concentration.
Hamza senses you are not here only to fight, but you desire to talk as well. Hamza gives you most of his attention.
We continue exchanging blows, but I use this time to ask away. You hold events like this all the time?
As much as Hamza can. It is my passion to bring so many hearts together under one roof, at one time, beating for the same reason. Can you not feel the electricity in the air?
The hype here is pretty palpable, yes.
Does it not taste of victory?
Well, I certainly hope it'll make this short run.
If we could wait here, if we could make this happen.
Oh, man. My words falter to find an adequate response, but it reminds me of the stakes at hand. It's a pretty beefy prize, isn't it? Getting a brand new deluxe FOD2 cab is as wildly expensive as a cruise.
To answer this question requires me to ask one of you first.
Sure.
Good. Share with Hamza. What will my ambitious new friend do if this tournament becomes the crucible that forges your victory?
I won't lie, it feels good to claim a win here, but not only that, the happiness will be shared among the team. It's a team win, and our happiness is just as important as my own. With our spirits lifted, it will help inspire us even further. Our bonds will be stronger and solidified. Which is exactly what we need after today's event. Hamza nods slightly at my response.
Since you have answered from the heart, I shall tell you something from mine. A mere monetary reward for winning is not befitting of the competitive spirit. Hamza's prizes are gifts. Gifts to inspire. to share, to learn from. If one gift can ignite the flame within the heart, if one gift can bring people together, there is no better reward than that. Hamza travels far and wide, all over the world, to find rare and exquisite gifts. It is important to find treasures to share with the esports community. For that is what keeps history and tradition alive. It inspires those within this world of pixels and joysticks to fight for what they cherish. And that inspiration, that is the true reward for Hamza. A reward shared with others. If Hamza can be the spark that lights one's fire, then Hamza will be satisfied.
Hamza's word hit me as hard as the next attack, and as I'm about to retaliate, we hear a loud voice overhead. Testing! Testing! Oh hey, we're back! Will Hamza and Pally please report to the main stage? I repeat, Hamza and Pally, come to the main stage.
Huzzah! Oh Pally, the tournament is saved! What a glorious day indeed!
I'm relieved, but what about the rest of our match?
We shall continue it another day. Let us leave it up to fate to decide who wins.
Without a care, Hamza stands up from the cab and begins walking back to the main stage, his cape flowing gallantly behind him. Following suit, I jump up and chase down, minus the cool cape. Rhapsody smiles warmly at our approach.
Hail Rhapsody, whose euphoric voice is only matched by their sheer intelligence.
Nonsense. Anyways, nice work. Hamza places a friendly hand on my shoulder. I'm going to prepare for the finals. And Pally, I better see you up on that stage. Rhapsody sneaks away in the crowd of gamers, leaving me alone with Hamza.
Hamza must return to announcing as well, but before we part, let me impart these words of wisdom. Victory will never equate to happiness.
With a flamboyant whoosh of his colorful cape, he turns from me and waltzes to the back of the stage. And I'm left alone. Weird note to end on, but I should get ready for the next match too. Alright, here we go again. Round 2 is a bit harder, an up-and-coming esports team just like us, but still a solid victory thanks to Zapper's skills. The opposing team was visibly disappointed to lose, and I can sympathize with that. No one likes losing. Break time before round 3. Who to visit next? Let's see what Jinx is up to. I find Jinx leaning awkwardly against a fine specimen from the endless sea of wooden crates. It doesn't look comfortable, neither does she. I could maybe understand that if she was part of some conversation circle chatting away with other gamers here, but nope, just by her lonesome. Knowing her, she's got no problem being by her lonesome. Normally I wouldn't interrupt, but that look of discomfort just isn't sitting right with me. Hey, yeah? Yeah. Help you with something, Pally? Oh great, I'm making things awkward again. Okay. Hey, how are you doing here? You look a bit lonely is all. Wanna hang out? I could go find Grace if you prefer. Nah, I don't mind a little bit of peace and quiet in all this mess. Not the problem at all. Problem is, I can't plant my butt on anything. And it sucks. You need a chair? I can find one for you if that's it. Nah, found some, but they won't work. She pauses, leaning heavily against the crate. Her knee braces, creaking a bit as she does so. So she reaches down to tighten a loose strap. Gotta be such and such a height, such and such a curvature. Armrest too, ideally. Keep my wrist from getting sore. But all I'm finding is these crappy little folding chairs you usually find in the hands of professional wrestlers with head-shaped tension. Oh man, the old days of wrestling when you could actually hit people in the head with chairs. You know, before we had all the concussion stuff. I'm afraid I'm on my feet for the duration. Be as sore as hell, but that's how it's going to be. How about I run back to your place and, I don't know, grab a chair? It's just a 20-minute subway ride. And risk using your spot in the FOD2 tournament? Nah, you got business here on behalf of the Honor Guard. Well, how about you head back then? You're not in a tournament. You're just here to hang with friends.
Sure about that.
Not sure. Feels like I'm only being a good teammate if I'm not being a good teammate if I bail just cause on my knees. But stay to cheer you on. I'm here to support everyone. We're being serious about this Pro Tour thing, and I want to be serious too, despite being the team anchor. As in heavy object weighing everyone down, not as in reliable last man in a tug-of-war, to be specific. Come on, you know nobody sees you that way. Yeah, I know. It's hard not to feel that way, some days. She shakes it off, to focus on something else, something a bit less dreary. There are solutions, of course. I was thinking about getting one of those wearable chairs. Wearable what now? That's a thing? It's a thing. They're these metal struts you wear on harness around your waist. Pop them, lean back, and you're sitting. Done. Problem is, you look weird using one. And on top of everyone's going, wearable chair, that's stupid. Why would anyone want that? Normally, I don't give a flying fork what anyone thinks of my disability or how I support it. Do what needs doing, and done with it. And half of the time you see one of those weird infomercial items. It was actually made for the disabled. Too niche of an audience to market alone. But, don't know. Wearable chair legs are a bit over the top even for me. Get funny looks for my leg braces already. I add more hardware. Or to get little kids pointing and going, "Mommy, look, it's a robot!" And, yeah, not getting into that. Don't blame kids. Kids typically don't know any better, but parents who don't teach them about their disability, that's not my problem. It's theirs. But it still sucks. So I don't bother with the wearable chair, or lugging around a chair everywhere I go. Just improvise. Simpler. Less weird, less demanding on everyone. Fork that. You're a goddess and should demand supplements support you every whim. If you want to be carried around on a throne, make it happen. You are the queen of stick shifts. You're an automotive express. Jinx snorts back a laugh. It's like a snark or a jerk, only blended seamlessly together.
Nice.
Cute. Not my style. I like to play it smooth and cool, but gotta admit, your idea has appeal. You offering to haul around the Chase Lounge for me, then? Hell yeah. Maybe take you up on that, then. Not exactly a viable solution, but it did raise her spirits some. Jinx stretches out, Curly aching a bit more and more with each passing moment. You sure it's not letting the team down if I bail? Not in the slightest. Do what's best for you. I can still kick all the butts with you cheering me on from home. Okay, think I should take on your suggestion. Don't think I planned this evening out well. Should have solved the seating situation before hopping on a subway to parts unknown. Oh, and let Grace know I headed home, okay? But she should stick around if she wants to stick around. Sure thing. She offers me a firm nod of appreciation and slowly makes her way to the open front doors of the warehouse. Attention Pelly! Zappa to the tournament area for semifinals. Our third round is against a pretty famous team. Actually, Wicked Prodigies, who were huge during the FOG1 days. This was an intense fight, to be sure. Zapper and I barely squeaked out a win, but a win's a win. It's gotta put us. That puts us on track for the grand finals. It's not letting me save, so I'm gonna do it right here. And because the universe has a deep-rooted sense of irony, from the look of our bracket, our opponents will be Chad and Lance from L7 Gaming. Great.
Grand finals will be starting in 30 minutes. Steel yourselves for this challenge, competitors.
It's going to take Hamza and his crew some time to set up for the pomp and spectacle of the finale. Time to reduce some stress. Oi, come here. Got something I want to do. I'm so lost in my thought that I barely noticed Zapper tugging at my arm. Curious, I follow. He leads me away from the gathering gamers toward one of the darker corners of the warehouse, where random bits of arcade junk have been stashed. Check this stuff out. It's like you smashed up a dozen old-timey arcades and ditched all the bits in one pile. This is the old school, older than I am. Gotta respect the roots. I'm seeing pizzeria paraphernalia, broken train machines, cardboard boxes full of price ticket junk, and a full automated band of rotting robots with moth-eaten fuzzy costumes. Ever see one of those things in action before? It's like adorable and creepy as fork. Zapper, I'd never set foot in an arcade before clean fun, remember? Man, you have missed out on a lot as keyboard warrior. Arcades, they used to try all these sorts of wacky gimmicks to get their kids in the door. Remember visiting Deco's place for my birthday parties? They had all sorts of weird stuff. Human gerbil mazes, ball pits, booths with ticket tornadoes. Still have those at somewhere, but ball pits have kind of gone out of popularity. And robot bands that clunky played whatever pop songs from the 60s they could get cheap rights to. Palace even experiment with robots that could walk around and interact with guests. Cool, huh? I don't know. I think these things would freak me out if I were a kid. It's like a fuzzy version of the Terminator. Precisely. So, what do you say we figure out how to turn one of those suckers on and spook L7 with it? A little way to seek revenge without resorting to violence like I did against Domino. Something ultimately harmless, but still psychological warfare. I don't know what's gonna happen, but... I've always wanted to unleash an unstoppable armada of mechanized destruction on my enemies. Yeah, okay, let's be bad guys. Okay, evil laugh time is over. Robot fixing time now. Alright, how do we do this? That's where you come in handy, actually. Zapper snaps her fingers and points to my phone. Oh dear. You've got an Iris, right? I've seen you talking to her now and then. Crap, I was trying to be subtle about it, considering ordering an Iris is a federal crime. Hello, I am an Iris. Please state your command. Beep, beep. I am a simple computer, nothing to worry about at all. But naturally, Zapper doesn't give an airborne intercourse. What? An airborne intercourse whether I'm breaking the law or not? Jill, I'm not gonna narc on you two. I'm saying that a powerful AI hacker in your pocket could easily reprogram one of these bots. We do that, we'll be able to sneakily deploy it to jump scare the bleep out of L7 and nobody will be wiser than we did it. I mean, I know hardware enough to probably jumpstart one of these creepy things myself, but I was thinking it'd be safer if Iris did the heavy lifting. So what do you say, partner? Are we gonna ride shotgun with me on this, or are you gonna be uncool? I'm pretty sure teaching our future AI overlord to run wild in a digital playground is bad for the human race. Oh, come on, it's just I'll do it myself. Really? Wait, you know how to repair robots? Maybe. Probably. Look, I've been tinkering with the computer rig since I was in kindergarten. I'm sure I can improvise. My point is that I want to support you as a friend, but I also want to teach Iris right from wrong. It's true. Irises learns from their own... I want to best match Pally's moral compass.
I couldn't care less.
Hey, as long as we make L7 wet their pants, I don't care how it gets done. Let's get to work. It's like Zapper is my #1 gal right now. I select one of the fuzzy robots at random, find a USB port I can plug my keyboard into. Yes, I'm still playing FOD2 using a keyboard. Deal with it. As for the robot, well, we select to be our unstoppable monster, well... Oh my gosh! That is terrifying! It's a giant pink flamingo. We found the tag attached to it reading, Pinky. Wonder if that's the one that, the cosplayer made. Not the pinnacle of Hoarder, yet still creepy in its own way. What the heck is this thing? Looks a bit less decayed and ancient compared to others. This warehouse used to belong to Deco's Palace. My guess is the company bought out some small arcade and took their mascot costumes, converting it to robotics. I think that is the one from the first arcade. I'd say it's fitting to transform this poor thing into an instrument of revenge, considering it was purchased by a corporate trash bag. Yeah, I heard that Deco's Palace was in some legal hot water or something. Yep, their founder got tangled up in a bunch of scandals and fled the country, I think. Nobody knows where he went. The company rebranded as the Palace, and he eventually retired a lot of his old projects, like the robot mascots and stuff. But this? This is perfect! Exactly the thing that made Chad and Lance evacuate their bowels. The work to override Pinky for our progress is slow, but it seems to go well, leaving time for chat.
This is the stuff I live for.
What? Reprogramming robots?
No, causing some chaos. People get too complacent, too willing to snuggle into their boring little lives, avoiding any risk, any excitement. I grew up in the suburbs outside the city. Dad grinding a paycheck 9 to 5, Mom playing happy homemaker, my brother being a high school football hero. If anything, they liked me playing video games because it kept me at home, kept me safe and sound in our quiet little house, isolated on all sides by well-manicured lawns. Naturally, I spent a lot of time as a kid running around, getting into fights and jumping in mud puddles and generally causing mayhem. Because I'd lose it from boredom if I didn't try to break out of that suburban cocoon of dullness. They hated it, of course. Hated my desire for freedom. Kept demanding I grow up, be mature, be responsible. Grounding me was their way of keeping me cooped up at home. The instant I turned 18, man, I was gone. And I haven't looked back. Now, I'm free. Free to do what I want, when I want, where I want. My crappy little apartment isn't home. The city is home. I take risks. And sure, I make mistakes which become learning experiences, but I never, ever shy away from the possibilities of life.
Glances over to me, studying my reaction.
I'm not expecting you to live my ideals. People are different. That's cool. I get that. Grace is very cocooned, but she's still a good person. Better person than me, really. Just, I want you to accept me for who I am. Okay?
Oh, what a lovely day. We shall ride to Valhalla, shiny and chrome. The way you live your life sounds damn good to me. I say let's go do really inadvisable things and get into some incredible amounts of trouble together. Fork, yeah, that's the spirit. Zapper paused a moment before she grins wildly at me, lips curling from ear to ear. Now, let's give our creation life. With lightning in her eyes and the push of a button, she powers up our flamingo-shaped death machine. And watch it amble in surprisingly stealthily fashion towards L7, who are busy chatting away in a corner of the warehouse. So, where do you want to get dinner after we finish trashing those losers? I'm thinking Chinese. Maybe hit their home turf, really rub it in their faces. You know, you're screaming that unlike a frightened deer. Throat noises suggesting massive psychological trauma. And the boys run for it, waving their hands in the air like they just don't care. I am satisfaction incarnate. Alright, it's all good, Fragile Members. Once we're done with this chapter, I think we're gonna end. Okay, now I feel sufficiently pumped up to take those two on in the final match. I didn't even care if we win the tournament. That moment was enough for a stylish win my needs. I mean, I'd still love to crush the tournament, don't get me wrong. You know, you stood by my side all day, talked me down after I went too far with Domino, signed up for the tourney with me, created a metal minion with me, and so far we've gotten along just fine, haven't we? I could see us making this partnership a real thing. I mean, when it comes to FOD tournaments and stuff. I mean, right? Right? Wait, is Zapper blushing? If I may be so bold, I'm pretty sure you like boldness. Perhaps a more extensive partnership? Interesting, maybe I can beat Little Miss aggressively bold to the punch on this one. A partnership, you say? I think that has possibilities. Fun possibilities. Wild possibilities. Naughty possibilities. Assuming you'd be interested in throwing caution to the wind and exploring those possibilities a bit, Miss Zapper. At first she looks like she's going to blush deeper and start stammerly. The normally confident Zapper at a loss for words, but she quickly regains her footing.
Interesting. Sounds dangerous. Sounds outright stupid, honestly, getting into those sorts of possibilities with my team's alleged coach. But hey, I can dare to be stupid. Let's stay focused on the here and now, but yeah, there could be something here. Could be, could be. And you know I'm always down to have a good time. Now, if you'll accompany me to the deathmatch arena, where we shall annihilate all who stand against us.
Let's save just to be safe. I want to make sure we win this match. Zapper offers me her arm, gracefully, with a smile of mock genteel politeness. Together, we stroll onward toward destiny.
It has begun! Friends, it is time for the grand finals. A fist of discomfort. Too long have you battled. Hard have you fought. And now, your efforts have led you to Hamza's unyielding steel cage of death.
Nobody's going to die. He's exaggerating. Probably.
For both the meager physical reward of a professional grade Fist of Discomfort 2 machine and the absolute glory of victory within the eyes of your peers. Hamza welcomes our final 2 teams to rise to this challenge and claim their destiny. Step forward from L7 Gaming, 10-year veterans of the esports scene. Hamza presents to you Lance and Chad.
I requested a delay on account of those bastards from the honor guard attacking us with the robot bird. The feathers! The feathers!
Cares not for your ridiculous stories and excuses. The match goes on. Do not dishonor yourselves further. And from an up-and-coming team, a pair of rising stars seeking to ascend the ziggurat of victory.
Zappa and Pelly.
When you lie awake screaming at night with visions of pink flamingos in your mind, think of me. Oh, right. Now I need a cool quote. Let's see. Just to be sure I know the rules, are we allowed to smash our opponents over the head with folding chairs? And can I Paul drive them through the Spanish and yes! Yes! Oh, that's great. Can I Paul drive them through the Spanish announcer's table? No? I'm guessing no. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Oop.
Very well. Fighters, to your positions.
Both members of L7 brought their own joysticks, which they wire up to the game. Me? I start hooking up my keyboard. Zapper pulls out one of our sponsored issued Blade joysticks. Presumably a real one and not a clever ruse provided by Hamza, but who knows. And with that, all 4 of us are ready. Sort of. Wish I'd done more research into L7's playstyle so I knew how to counter it. With Team P2W, I knew Thunder's tricks and Koda's techniques, but with these two, I'm going to have to assume they'll play aggressively, missing up attack and special, probably launching their ultimate move early. Well, they're angry. We'll use that against them.
We go!
Fight!
You missed! And if you come at me, you best not miss. Come on, at least try to be as awesome as I am. Otherwise, you'll never get anywhere.
What can I say? They're idiots. Idiots do as idiots do, but be careful. They could mix it up eventually.
You can't stop.
That heat. We won just barely. Just barely.
See, losers, y'all got zapped.
We won. We won! We did it! We beat L7 Gaming and won our own Fist of Discomfort 2 machine. No. No way. This is impossible. You can't get a fluke win and call it success. You've got to be cheating. It's those stupid Blade controllers, isn't it? They've got hacks in them. Dude, careful. We don't want to get P2W'd by them posting a video of you ranting. Damn it. No, won't catch us in that trap. Take your damn win then. It'll be the last one you ever have, and once your media's bored with patting themselves on the back, you'll be history. Come on, Chad. Let's ditch this stupid baby tournament for babies. Telling them off changed nothing. Winning changed nothing. They're stuck in the same loop again, repeating the same lies again and again. L7 Gaming is the past, stagnant and stubborn. The Honor Guard are really the future. I'm going to make that dream a reality.
Ha ha ha! Well fought and well won. My friends, Hamza grants you this boon. Your own personal Fist of Discomfort 2 machine. May you play in good health and with the good sportsmanship that won you this day.
Maybe I am a victory addict. Maybe I invested too much in beating L7, and proving I belong here. Would I feel dissatisfied if I lost to them? That's as much introspective as I can manage. My adrenaline rush is a rush of success. I can't be a realist while feeling this damn good. Indeed, a fine victory. We have sacked the enemy's village and made off with their loot. Now the village tavern for mead and songs and wenching. But seriously, we're gonna like party and stuff, because we earned it.
Of this, Hamza has no doubt. But be warned, this was but one step on your long climb towards destiny. Do not let the thorns of pride grow in your heart, as they have in L7. Fight every battle as if it were your last, with no presumption, no pretense. Fight with iron determination. Fight to your last breath. No doubt you will face hardship on the road to glory. In your darkest hour, remember this day. And remember Hamza, who believes in you. But for now, please vacate the premises, as the remaining games need to be relocated before the building is demolished. Thank you.
Hamza sure knows how to make an entrance, but his exit leaves a little more to be desired. I think we're getting kicked out. We should go home. You know, I had a blast tonight. You're starting to grow on me, Pally. If nothing else, you're shaking things up. And that's always a plus in my book. I mean, look at where we are. A professional tournament fighting for real stakes with the real sponsor backing us. Us, the Laundromat crew. Can't help but see all this as a win. It's a great start. Hopefully a start towards greater things in a local tourney. Man, just take the compliment. And okay, I really need to get sappy to say this properly, so forgive me in advance. I'm glad you're my friend. I'm glad that you're part of our group of friends. I don't think you're aware just how big it is that you're in the mix with us. For us and for you. It's all good stuff from here on out. And I don't mean just the Pro Tour. Okay, that's an important part of it, but I mean a path forward as a group, you know? Don't know what shape we'd be in after this morning's kerfluffle if not for you. Just think about that a bit, okay? And I'll stop there because I'm bad with words and feelings and stuff, and I really need to get the hell out of here and sleep. Coming? I'm about to move to join her when a buzz in my pocket grabs my attention. I'll be out of here in a minute. See you tomorrow? Of course. She's right. I've been laser focused on my Pro Tour ambitions, but along the way I'm really getting involved with these people, aren't I? And despite only knowing them for a short time, well, maybe I do have a right to call them my friends. Something to ponder after wrapping things up here, that is. The building shutting down for the night, but I can spare a moment to thumb through my phone to see why it's buzzing so insistently.
Hey, listen.
This is big. This is really big. Blade Joysticks are super happy with tonight's results. Blade Joysticks wants to fund a team house. If we can find something that fits within their budget, we can get the whole team living and practicing together around the clock. Wouldn't that be amazing? You don't say. It's got promise. A lot of promise. All the major esports organizations have team houses. Team PW2 has a giant penthouse condo even. I'm also investigating other events we can join, using the sponsors' funding for travel and hotels. There's just so many possibilities.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I can help you manage the team as your digital assistant. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. For now, you should go home and get rest. Iris offline. This is what I wanted. This is what I craved. Professional gaming as my life's calling. Zephyr was right. I'm shaking things up and making this happen. Renewed spirits, I stroll down the lanes of the dusty old arcade house. It's a rapidly emptying warehouse to finally make my way home. And pause, stopping in my tracks. The exit's in sight. I can see it from here, despite being tangled up in the maze of arcade games, despite the occasional glow of the pixel-smeared screen. I need to leave. They're wrapping up the event. I have to go now. But my hand is resting on a joystick for some reason. The glowing blue joystick. Oh, no! No, 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 not this again! Not this again! Not this! Huh? What's this game? Still don't know much of anything about the arcade scene, so I could have said this game was obscure or popular. Never seen it before. And yet, I want to play it. I can't deny that I want to try playing it. I can't pull my hand off that glowing blue metallic joystick. I won't. I won't pull it off. Yes, that's right. Surely I could sneak one game in before Hamza's assistants insist I leave. Surely I could before I could play the game. Gosh. My finger reaches for the start button to fire up the game. Gosh, here we go with this again. What the? Where'd the warehouse go? What is this place? No, I'm standing there, gripping that burning hot joystick, but I'm also here. Whoever here is. Panic starts crawling up my spine from this weird dislocation feeling. Panic that seems almost alive. And that's when a figure emerges from this distorted digital shadow that forms this place. A figure that looks like me. My little mind, it mirrors my shape, my movements, my mind. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What the? Okay, this is creepy. That's really terrifying. You play me and I'll play you, and you play me and I'll play you. Oh my gosh, this is terrifying. Scanning target. You play me and I'll play you. Target locked. While I stare in the open mouth horror, it smiles. It's smiling so confidently. The crown can't be yours if you kneel and accept that. You must keep winning. The crown can be yours, never stumble and fall. If you kneel and accept that, or they'll see the real you. With jerking, glitchy movements, the shade reaches for my grasping. It's already read me, parsed my fingers digging deep through my joystick hand still grips, though my joystick hand still grips in the real world. But now it wants more. It wants everything, and it wants me to surrender to that. My arm tingles as if it starts flowing the other way, pushing it into me instead of pulling into me. And that's when someone tackles me sideways, pulling me forcibly away from the grips of Polybius. What? Shh! They're coming! Dazed and confused, the palm of my left hand still tingles from where it touched that joystick. Loxley easily pulls me into the shadow, hidden from view as someone calmly approaches that strange arcade game. Confirmed. There's a Polybius instance here. Activate containment protocols. Looks like the old man Intel was right. He did have another copy of the game in his stocks. She pauses, one hand to her earpiece as she peers around the darkened warehouse through her sunglasses. Sees nothing other than Hans's assistants in the distance, finishing up their work. Negative. No psychological contamination incidents. Seems the game went unnoticed and unplayed. Basic containment procedures will be sufficient. Soon, the two similarly dressed men in black arrive with the cargo dolly and a black tarp, concealing the game with silently rolling it out of building. You know, I'm just gonna say this. There should have been a Warehouse 13 episode where they actually had Polybius. That would have been awesome. Just saying. Finally, I managed to breathe properly, and Loxley loosens his grip on me.
Most unfortunate.
Damn them. If only I'd found it sooner. Wait, what the hell is going on? Loxley, what was that thing? Who were those people? And when did you get here? You said you couldn't come to the event. You were too busy and... My brain's spitting in like 11 directions at once here. My hand hurts and I'm having trouble putting together any coherent thoughts.
I offer my sincere apologies.
I hadn't intended to involve you in this. And what is this exactly? A complicated situation, when I would strongly recommend not digging into any deeper. You are victorious this night, yes? Focus instead on your game of choice and your conquests. Worry not about other matters.
Uncertainty abounds.
It'd be best if you forgot about this strange little encounter if all possible, please. Trust me on this, my friend. No effing way! I want answers, Loxley. What's going on? Who was that? What was that game? And what are you doing here?
An unpleasant business, this.
Would that I could provide you answers, Pally. Would that I could. But it's not my place to make that decision. So be it. If you wish to pursue this, I'll consult with my allies and see what I can reveal. I strongly suggest you ignore this incident, but your will is your own. Pardon me, I must report my failures. Such troublesome matters. He tugs his hood up to avoid anyone's gaze as he slinks his head way towards, well, I don't know, some dark corner, hidden entrance. However he got in the building to begin with. Maybe he's right. Maybe I should let that go. My dreams are not ones of victory, a fist of discomfort triumph. No, getting into whatever this is. I have no idea what that thing was, or what it was trying to do to me. It feels bigger than I can deal with right now. Way above my pay grade. So at least for tonight, perhaps I need to refocus on what I truly care for. My path lies along the Pro Tour, the year-long road to the ultimate battle. Where else it may lead me, I don't know, but the only certainty is that I'm ready to fight, and the next step is to bring the Honor Guard together under one roof so we can truly fight as one, while putting whatever that was far, far behind me. Alright, level 2 complete. I'm in Zapper's sights for sure.